ready. You're damn ready.
I am ready.
All right.
I got 9 pages.
3, 2,
Episode 20.
and 1. Episode 20. The 20th.
The same age as us.
The 20th episode of the PFE Pray For Him podcast. Love to see it. We've gotten through 20. Episode 19 will come out very soon. Haven't really seen it. It's been a struggle. Episode 20, though, cracking both of them out today. That's the plan.
Cracking them out.
Stay tuned for the TikToks. Check out the link tree. Thank you.
Worked fucking hard on it.
30 subscriber special. That's the news. But we're starting with news as usual. Nothing crazy here. I only have a couple things.
I don't have 2 things.
I'll start with bad news. Bob Love passed away.
Who is that?
He's an NBA player. He's one of the better players, I think, in Hawks history or something like that.
I think of Bob Pettit.
Oh, Bob Love.
The first ever MVP.
Oh, he's a Bull. Sorry.
81
of cancer. 11-year NBA career.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Bob
Three-time
Love.
all-defensive player. He's from like the 40s, 50s. He's born in 40s, so
he's in a better place now.
He's from the 60s of basketball. So, what a life! 80 years.
80 years.
It's more than the average.
That is more than the average. I believe the average is about 75.
Anything? That's like my only NBA news. So.
Oh, NBA news? I
just got news in general for both.
I have 2 pieces of news.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones, bench for Tommy DeVito.
That's what I
and old Joe Douglas.
Yeah, that's it. Those are the 2 I have as well.
Jets GM gets fired.
Yeah, Danny Jones.
Scapegoat.
Start with Daniel Jones, then we'll go on the Jets, because this will be the last time. Daniel Jones.
This horse is dead.
Daniel Jones should have been benched years ago at this point.
He should have got paid.
I mean, I understand at the time he came off his best season, playoff berth.
His best season was 15 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
He had some rushing stats. He had like 8 rushing touchdowns. But there wasn't much talent there in New York. Never had a good offensive line. Finally, they made the playoffs.
No, there's no justifying.
They won a playoff game. They beat Minnesota.
They did. There's no justifying giving Daniel Jones $40 million fucking dollars a year.
I'm just saying, in his contract year, he fucking came out and balled.
He might have had a best year. Maybe 20 million.
Let someone else pay him.
Yeah.
Maybe. That's the reason that's why Saquon left, because they wouldn't pay him, but they paid him fucking Jones. He said that on the podcast. He's like, they're not going to pay me, but they pay Daniel Jones.
I didn't blame him now. He's in Philly balling out.
I mean, to this day, Malik Neighbors is definitely the best player Daniel's ever played with in terms of receiver, and he's been in and out of the lineup all year. Just a shame for Daniel Jones. I don't think he should have been starting at this point. I don't think he's very good, but
I'm surprised it's not Drew Lock starting. I'm surprised they're going back to Tommy.
I've heard it's a tanking thing. I've heard.
Oh, okay.
They're trying to get that number 1 pick.
Oh, got it.
They're trying to lose some football games.
Because in the NFL, you can actually tank.
I saw TikTok and it
not
said
necessarily.
Tanking. By playing Tommy DeVito, you're tanking. You're encouraging the fans because you're going to see Tommy DeVito memes, and there's no QB controversy. That's
True.
what I'm saying.
The thing is, there's really no clear number 1 pick this year. So,
I mean, as we get closer, I feel like we'll obviously
they have to take a quarterback.
Probably Shador.
I
don't like Carson Beck. I don't like Jalen Milroe. I don't like.
Those are the top guys, though. Maybe
Quinn
Cam
Ewers
Ward.
Been hurt and Cam Ward.
But usually, if you are a team that you want to tank, usually it's for a player.
I bet it's Shador.
The tank for Tua, the tank for Trevor, the tank for
honestly, if they're smart, man.
Whatever.
If I'm the Giants, I don't even know if I want to draft a quarterback. They have no one to block for him.
Andrew Thomas, but he's
you
hurt.
You might want to get another offensive tackle. Get a little, especially if you're not confident in the guy this year, because it is a weaker class. Maybe take an offensive lineman, bring in a bridge quarterback for a year, and then go all in next year.
Well, I think they still have Daniel Jones for at least next year as well.
He's going to get cut.
I think he's maybe. Probably. Actually, probably.
If he doesn't get cut, what are the movies?
If they're benching him.
He's not even second string now. He's third. From first to third string. It's insane Tommy DeVito is getting another stint of starting in the NFL. After what he did, how bad he was, 9 passes in the game against the Jets.
Hey, he is an NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Insanity.
And I think he deadass had 150 passing yards and got it.
It's a crazy.
Must have been a very shit week in the NFC.
He's kind of a meme, He's memeing. They're losing. The Giants fans are happy either way. They've been asking for tanks forever. I mean, I don't know. I mean, likely they were to go to draft quarterback anyways and not do what I said, but it's just one poorly ran organization, just like the next one. Old New York Jets. I can't fathom how many fucking times we've had to talk about this fucked up team on this podcast because they're all in the news. I just don't understand why they fired their GM.
You know, that's a very good question.
Tell me what I did wrong.
He did whatever Daddy asked for.
Traded for Aaron Rodgers, traded for Devontae, signed all of his buddies, fired his head coach. What else? What did he do wrong?
And the thing is,
he was told to do all that.
This is the last year of his contract. I don't.
It's just the last second Rodgers Hail Mary, another fucking reason. Oh no, it's the GM's issue. No, it's fucking not, dude. It's not the GM's fault.
He's done everything you've asked.
He's done everything. You should have never fired.
He's had some good draft picks.
He's made some great. Sauce Gardner. I don't know how long Joe Douglas.
Will McDonald's.
What is Joe Douglas' tenure here on the Jets? He's been the Jets GM for 5 seasons, or more than 5 seasons. So
that's what 2018. That's what Sam Darnold draft.
Yeah,
that wasn't his finest pick.
Hired him away from Philly in 2019. I remember that was kind of a good hire too at the time.
No, 2019.
Yeah.
So that's past the Sam Darnold draft, and that's the Kyler year.
Is that Quinnen?
Yeah, good pick.
Drafted Quinnen Williams.
That's a good pick.
He's
one of the better D tackles in the league. Best D tackles in the league.
Traded for DJ Reed, right? Or they signed.
They signed him.
Made the defense good.
Quincy Johnson,
Williams,
brother
of Quinnen,
good player. Will McDonald.
Offensively, drafted Breece Hall, drafted Garrett Wilson. Also drafted. I mean, everybody's got mistakes. Zach Wilson was a bad pick, obviously.
But at the time, it wasn't seen as a bad pick.
It wasn't. It was like, okay, it's just draft quarterback.
Elijah Vera Tucker.
He's made good picks. He's done everything this season that Jets fans, and you could say, "Oh, Jets fans didn't want." Yeah, they fucking did. Yes, they did.
You wanted Devontae last season.
Jets fans, they did everything. He did everything they asked. He did everything this fuck up boy toy Rodgers did. And I actually have a question for you. I'm going to kick you scenarios, and I want you to answer me. If you're the Jets,
okay, sure.
Are you? What are you doing with Aaron Rodgers after the season? Are you running it back?
Fuck no.
Are you selling the farm to get picks and cap? Are you drafting quarterback and letting him sit behind Rodgers? Are you saying fuck Rodgers in general and just letting the quarterback play? And then what do you do if Rodgers does come back and does nothing and they lose again?
I think I'm going to cut Rodgers.
You think you cut him?
I'm going to take my loss on that. I'm tired of him thinking he's the organization. He's trying to be Le GM, but it's not working.
Yeah, if you want to talk about Le GM, you need to fucking
at least
masterclass.
At least LeBron's fucking doing it right.
At least LeBron's winning basketball games.
Yeah, LeBron's making the playoffs. The Jets are fucking in contention for a top 5 pick here. So let's see. If I am the Jets, honestly, I don't know if I'm selling the farm. But I'm going to sell a piece of the farm. I'm going to sell some pieces of the farm. Rodgers, you're going to need to go.
Who's of value in the Jets other than like Sauce, Garrett?
Well, I'm not trading those guys.
You can't move them guys, so you really don't have a farm to sell because they don't have a bunch of young guys that are. I mean, they got some young pieces that are good, but not ones you want to move. You can make the argument they're a quarterback away. You really could. You really could. You should make that argument, or offensive line away, because their O-line's tragic.
Their O-line is tragic.
It's an awful situation to be in for the Jets.
So I guess maybe in that scenario, I don't know. Draft a quarterback and spend my money on some offensive line, on some
Let him sit behind Rodgers?
Let him sit behind Rodgers. Actually,
that
no.
Has to be
he's going to learn wrong.
Here's what's going to happen. The Jets are going to draft an offensive lineman instead of a quarterback.
They drafted one this year. Alou Fashanu.
They're going to try to protect Rodgers for this another year of nothing. And it's not going to work out. Instead of trying to build for the future.
What if it doesn't pan out, too? There's that scenario.
Sure. They should have done what the Falcons done. They should have done what the Falcons shouldn't have done. They should have took a quarterback this year. They should have had him sit behind Rodgers. They had pick of the litter, really. They could have cooked Penix.
They did other than the top 3.
They could have picked Nix, McCarthy, or Who was the other
I
one?
think that was it. Well, the Jets picked 11th. McCarthy.
Yeah.
McCarthy's picked right after Fashanu, and then it was Bo Nix.
Yeah. They should have drafted a guy. They should have drafted a guy. Let him sit. I would have liked him. What if they draft JJ? They probably should have done that instead of drafting this fucking Olu who doesn't play. And when he does play,
I haven't seen him at all.
I haven't seen him playing very good. Just ridiculous. In my
The Jets
opinion.
are JTSing it up, baby.
They've just made so many.
New York
moves.
is in shambles.
They've made so many moves for nothing, and it's hilarious. The New York team.
There's not a single move that they've made that is remotely working.
I agree.
Their offense might have got worse after trading for Devontae.
The cherry on top.
How the fuck does that happen?
Is you lose to the laughing stock of the league for the last 4 weeks in the Colts and Anthony Richardson. He's been a meme. He's been a meme for the last 4 weeks of the season.
He understands
for being dog shit and stepping out of the football game. And you lose. He fucking dominates you. Well, so much for that defense. Holy shit, man.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to their defense.
Holy shit.
Their defense has taken a big step back this season.
And you could say they're injured, but they're not that injured. They still got their best players on the field. So, like, it's like saying a defense.
Sauce Gardner's kind of having a shit year. I feel like I see this guy missing tackles or holding every fucking game. And it's just like, oh my gosh.
It's just, I'm done with these Jets.
There was a literal meme saying that there was like a tackling presentation during the Jets practice, or like, and Sauce Gardner said, "Oh, we don't need that." And then there's like just a TikTok fucking edit reel of him missing like 4 tackles.
I saw a quote that Rodgers kind of went after before this GM fire, that he kind of went after the front office.
Aaron Rodgers did.
Yeah.
That hypocritical motherfucker. Are you shitting?
Like, he kind of made a snarky comment, like,
what?
we just gotta like.
He had a fuck. I can't stand this guy. Before the Jets and Packers trade was even finalized, this dude had a wish list of players that he wanted the Jets to go get for him. And
he gave some like super uninspiring emo ass quote.
I can't stand this motherfucker.
It was kind of seen as derogatory towards the front office.
Go back in your darkness retreat and never come back. You suck ass. You're washed. You're hypocritical. Go be the host of Jeopardy. Go run for... Actually, don't run for political office because you're costing jobs. So you clearly won't help there.
I mean, I'm so tired of this guy. He's really ruining his legacy.
Like, the Bengals season's been bad, but at least I'm not a fucking Jets fan. Thank God. Oh my gosh, I think I would lose my mental sanity if I was a Jets fan this season.
Honestly, this goes right into my first takeaway, which Anthony Richardson played great in a win against the Jets. What a fucking game for Anthony Richardson.
I have a takeaway, and it's kind of parallel. It kind of goes along with that. Anthony Richardson played great. Why are we leaning with the shoulder on those 2 rushing touchdowns?
Sure.
You have a history. Don't get me wrong, I love it. You know, you're showing your team that you're inspired. But
I like the idea of AR playing with just playing the way he knows how.
I do too, but
I like that idea.
Maybe we don't lower your throwing shoulder. Maybe we don't do that. And
the whole thing with the Jets this season has been they've been so bad against the run. 2 yards a carry for Jonathan Taylor, 24 attempts, 24-57. And we just had 2 rush touchdowns, but they're like on the goal line almost. So like. It's just this game is just like story of the Jets season, man.
And Richardson was making some pretty good throws, actually.
The Jets didn't even play too bad. Rodgers 185, 2 touchdowns, solid completion percentage. Brees Hall had 80 a touchdown, and a receiving touchdown.
Just at the end of the game, man.
They got some pressure. They had a couple sacks. Didn't miss any field goals. Just we're out. They're just worse than the Colts.
Their new kicker, old Carlson, there. He made a 58-yarder.
They're a worse ran team than the fucking Colts.
Did they find themselves a kicker?
I feel like they executed that final drive and terribly. I really do.
Well,
it wasn't a very good drive, in my opinion.
I'm gonna have to agree.
But it was just like, I mean, they're just flat out not a good football. They do this. They make the mistakes that bad football teams make.
And like, I don't know how you just don't include your receivers, man. Devontae didn't really have that good of a game. Garrett Wilson had a shit game.
They were outgained by 80 yards, and AR has. It was Jonathan Taylor who did nothing. They outgained him through the air. That's where all the yards
And
came
Anthony
from.
Richardson, who has...
They had even rushing yards, 91 apiece, and then it was 80 more passing yards than Aaron Rodgers.
I'm just done.
Throwing to Josh Downs,
I'm just-
Alec Pierce, Michael fucking Pittman. Instead of Devontae, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall at the backfield.
Yeah, I'm just done with this team, man. I can't talk about him. We've talked about him more than we've probably talked about our own team.
This takeaway was more for Anthony Richardson. Hell of a game.
I agree.
272, 3 total touchdowns, 300 total yards.
He understands it now.
They're letting him play like he should have. He looked a lot more decisive out there. They're 5-6, not necessarily out of it in this conference.
Yeah.
So good for Anthony Richardson. And I liked Anthony Richardson coming to college. We saw him at the combine.
We did see him
Hell
live.
It was very cool to see him. I like to see that he's.
I was the reason why a little kid got his balls on Anthony Richardson. I was the reason.
He should have never been benched. You should have
Especially
just
for
let him
Joe
build and grow.
fucking Flacco, man.
I understand the whole pulling out of the game, but anyways,
I did understand
Any
that.
more takeaways for you? Next one.
My next one is the Chiefs have finally lost a football game.
Yeah, they did.
I jinxed them, and I'm glad.
Honestly, kind of goes into one of
I'm glad I
mine.
did.
And mine is the Bills beating the Chiefs changes absolutely nothing. This happens like every other year. The Bills will beat the Chiefs.
I feel like the Bills always beat the Chiefs in regular season.
The Bills will beat the Chiefs. This means genuinely nothing to me.
This didn't move me at all.
I mean, the Bills beat the Chiefs. I mean, good teams battle. That's just how it works. The Chiefs haven't.
It made me respect the Bills a little bit because they finally beat a good team.
This was their best win by far. Obviously, they really haven't
For
beat any
obvious
good
reasons,
teams.
yeah.
But even obvious reasons aside, like they haven't beaten a good team other than this team. So good for the Chiefs. Good for them to beat the Chiefs. Good for them to.
And this win just put Josh Allen in the MVP conversation.
It finally gives him an actual conversation. I think it's still clearly Lamar, but he actually has an argument now because he's had a good win under his belt, I guess.
Yep.
But my main point of this was just like, I mean, this is. I feel like this isn't normal. Like this is normal. There's the Chiefs have lost to the Bengals in the regular season. They lost to the fucking Bills. Like they've lost to the shit teams sometimes. Like they were due to lose.
Yeah.
16-0.
Bengals aren't a shit team. It's relax later.
That's not what I meant. I meant like they lost to shit teams like the Broncos and Chargers in previous years.
That they have.
But
unlike the Bills, Bengals have actually beaten the Chiefs in the playoffs. Josh Allen can't say that, so go fuck yourself, Josh.
I mean, 17-0 is hard to do. They were down to lose a game probably. So
They were.
it just really doesn't change anything. But they did. I mean, good for the Bills.
Glad it's finally over. I was tired of hearing about it.
Not trying to take anything away from the Bills though.
Can the Chiefs
Win
from the
for the
table? Shut the fuck up.
Good win for the Bills, and I think
It's a great win for the Bills.
Yeah.
Makes me respect him a little more, you know?
I think Pacheco's come back this week.
He's either come back this week or next week.
No
Against
Gray.
old Carolina.
Good for No Gray.
I know, man. No Gray, like, sneakily had good touchdown seasons here. I feel like every other game's getting, like,
James Cook 9 for 20 yards and 2 touchdowns. Good for him.
Hey, you know, hit pay dirt twice.
And the clutch touchdown with Josh Allen. So
It was like a 30-yard rush, and, oh, God, Tony Romo.
good win for the Bills.
Tony Romo was having the best 3 hours of his life commentating on Mahomes and old Josh.
Good win for the Bills, but like it really just doesn't change anything for me in terms of rankings, I guess. What do you get next?
How is Doug Peterson not fired?
Sure.
How does he still have a job? This guy,
fired forever.
the Jaguars have had their 2 worst losses in franchise history this season.
Yeah.
This 52-6 was their worst loss. They had their worst loss. Oh my gosh! And then the Titans game, the Bills game. It's honestly crazy.
I think some organizations just don't believe in mid-season fires, so maybe that's the take. I can't see a world where he's their coach next season.
No way.
There's no way, especially if they sit down Trevor Lawrence for the rest of the season, which they very well could do. Mac Jones, just like there's no way. I would have fired him forever ago. Just because you want to change the culture while you have a chance. You don't want to end the season on a losing mindset, in my opinion. You want to try to be a winner. But yeah, I mean, I didn't put that in there, but I thought that's a good one. It's a good one for sure. How does he have a job?
I don't know.
Couple teams, you should wonder that. Like, how the fuck do they have jobs?
I agree.
Mine is Chris Boswell for MVP, the second kicker ever to win the MVP
Chris
award.
Boswell
Chris
for
Boswell's
MVP.
the best player on the Steelers.
It's so fucking infuriating watching
had
Steelers win
ridiculous-
football games, dude.
He's had ridiculous games this season.
He might be the best kicker in the league right now.
He's been fucking lights out. He's been fucking phenomenal. Like, I want to look up his stats just so I can be 100%. He's made 6 field goals 2 games in 2 separate games. Like, this is ridiculous.
First one was against your Falcons there.
Yeah, week 1 he made 6, and they were from 50 every yard.
The Steelers have won 2 games this season where they didn't score a fucking touchdown. Some of us can't relate.
He is this season from field goals 29 for 30. Wow, already the most he's ever made the most he's ever kicked in a season is 38 or 40. He's kicked 40 in 2021. We still got like 7 fucking games.
They're 8-2 now, so they still have 7 games.
He's on pace to make 40 field goals.
So he's at close. 30 in 10 games, so he's probably
3 a game.
He can probably hit the 45 mark.
Like, he's gonna have one of the best kicking seasons at this rate of all time. He scored
definitely first team All Pro.
Holy shit! He scored 107 points this season, including extra points and field goals. He's 9 for 10 from 50 plus. Look at him.
Yeah, I can't relate there.
His only miss was what was his miss?
I don't remember.
It was a 50 plus yarder.
Oh, I think I remember the game. It was against the Chargers, I think.
He missed a 50 plus yarder. Like, you got to think. And week 1 came out and he punted for him too. What a fucking punt! Punts for the Falcons against Falcons game. Like, come on, this guy has been the best Steelers player.
This guy's universal,
flat out. We're gonna have our second ever kicker MVP. It's gonna be Chris Boswell.
We are.
It's gonna be Chris Boswell. He's been phenomenal, winning games for the Steelers. Something that we necessarily haven't related to this season.
No. No, we fucking can't.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
that was more.
Yeah, fuck you, Lamar.
I can go my next one if you want.
I'm glad you just light it up. Stat sheet against Bengals, against fucking Steelers. You suck ass in Steelers your whole career. Fuck you. Think about the Steelers. We can score 18 points and win football games. We score fucking 34 and we lose.
The 49ers playoff hopes are getting scarier and scarier every week.
They really are.
I
don't even know how we rate this. CMC's back.
Mm-hmm.
He was back this fully
healthy.
Fully healthy. I know he was back last week too, but like maybe they were just, kind of getting him back into the thick of things.
Sure.
Now this week he was full
go. He
was a full go. All systems go over there.
Carries. So we're full to go there.
I mean, you can argue that they still have Brandon Ayuk. They're not going to have Brandon Ayuk. But you guys weren't fucking using him anyways because I had him in fantasy.
Jawan Jennings has been the best receiver on the Niners.
He has.
By far.
Yep.
Really by far. Him and Kittle have been carrying.
So, question is Mr. Irrelevant becoming more and more irrelevant?
Is Mr. Irrelevant becoming more and more not getting paid?
We've been on this fucking train. He sucks at football.
160, a touchdown, a pick.
He's a bottom 10 quarterback in the league.
And he ran one in. Good for him.
Been said.
This guy
bottom
sucks,
10 quarterback.
Man. He's not... I just don't like him. I know that if you're a 49ers fan, you probably like him. I understand.
You probably do.
I could see why you like him.
It's really cute when he can throw those little screen passes.
He's a good story,
I don't give a fuck about a story.
But you can't be telling me to my face that you don't see the clear ceiling here. There's a clear ceiling.
This team can only go so far. And the Super Bowl, it showed.
The Super Bowl, it showed. And the Super Bowl...
He played like ass.
The Super Bowl, you look at the game and you're like, look at Patrick Mahomes. He's controlling this football game. Brock Purdy had no control of what was happening whatsoever.
And he looked like shit.
He looked like he was a fucking bridge quarterback playing football.
Yeah.
Like, he looks like, if I'm the 49ers, like, I don't want to lock in myself to Brock Purdy.
They almost lost, and they almost won the Super Bowl too.
Imagine they have a quarterback.
Well, I mean, they probably wouldn't have a lot of other.
Trey Lance a real chance. I'm just saying. Imagine they developed Trey Lance. They wasted all that capital. Just saying. I genuinely believe Trey Lance has more potential than Brock Purdy. To this day.
Well, Trey Lance was a first-round pick.
To this fucking day.
So he's got that.
Over there, third stringing it for the Cowboys.
Yeah, he's not even better than Cooper Rush.
Surely he gets some run this year if Cooper Rush can't win football games.
God. Cooper Rush versus Tommy DeVito Thanksgiving Day, baby. Woo! And then Cooper Rush versus the Bengals Monday Night Football, the Simpson game. I'm generally scared of that.
Simpsons?
Yeah, it's like a Simpsons thing or whatever.
Like the Nickelodeon, but it's like Simpsons?
I guess, yeah. And they can't flex that because it's the Simpsons thing.
I guess.
So cool. They were going to flex another game. Another Bengals game is going to get flexed. Sweet.
But I think this is a scary thing for the old Niners.
They're what, 4-6 now?
They're 5-5. But they're 5. The Seahawks are 5-5 with a win against them. The
Cardinals were 6-4.
The Rams are a serious playoff contender when they want to be. Like,
this division's tight, man.
It's a tough, tight division, and there's odds are multiple teams don't make the playoffs in the division, especially when it's this tight. So come down to those head-to-head matchups.
Sure is.
And they're head-to-heads. What are they head-to-head? They've beaten the Seattle. They beat Seattle once.
So they split with Seattle. They lost to the Rams. I don't think they played the Rams twice. They lost to the Cardinals.
Yeah.
So best case scenario, they're splitting with everybody in the division. They're going 3-3 in the division. What's the best case scenario for those 49ers?
Yeah, for sure. And especially when I want to see exactly. They might be. I think they're 1-3 against the division. Does that sound right?
Well, right now, they lost to all three teams.
And they've only beaten.
And they beat the Seattle, yeah. So they're 1-3.
Seattle. I've said that too 4 times. But yeah, they're 1-3. And if we look at the Cardinals, I think the Cardinals. What are they in division?
We beat the 49ers. They beat the dog shit out of the Rams.
Yeah.
I don't think they faced Seattle yet.
It's going to be a tight division, and they're going to have to really lock in.
Especially
when you got
to win those divisional games.
Teams up north are fucking same shit. Like the Packers, Vikings, Lions.
Bears kind of falling off a cliff now.
Okay, yeah, Bears have fallen off. But like Packers, Lions, Vikings are all fucking playoff favorites right now.
They sure are.
Going into week 11.
The Vikings are 8-2.
And the Vikings might be the worst 8-2 team I've ever seen. I really don't get it.
I'm not saying Super Bowl contenders, but they're 8-2.
They're good. They remind me of like the Steelers. They win 11-0. Like they're not good. I don't think Vikings can win a playoff game, but it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard because like only one can win. They're gonna have to win their division probably. In my head, right now, they have to win the division.
Who?
The Niners.
Well, they probably will.
And
I think anybody that wants to go to the playoffs has to win that division. I don't think two teams are making it.
I don't think 2 teams from that division are making it. And are they 4th in the division right now? Are they dead last? Because of like their record against the division? They probably are.
They probably have to be, yeah.
Like this is
by rule.
This is fucking unfortunate.
So right now they're in the playoffs.
It is unfortunate for the old 49ers. Dead last. 5-5. It's Cardinals, Rams, Seahawks, Niners. And at best they win 2 games against their division and they're 50-50 split. Scary if I'm a 49ers fan. That's my take.
Speaking of North, the Bears just simply cannot beat the Packers.
Unfortunate.
I mean, just wholly back-to-back weeks, we're just going to block field goal for game.
I would go if I'm the Bears organization. They sent the footage to the NFL commissioner because there was like some.
Oh dear God!
They hit the center, the snapper, and some shit.
So like what? They didn't overturn the game? Like
I know. Like what are we doing with that, man? Like they obviously know they fucked up if they didn't throw a flag. And I've never seen a game replayed. So, like, what do you think's going to happen?
But, all right, guys. We're going to re-kick that.
They fucking jinxed them. They jinxed the fuck out of them. They're up 5 points, I think. Whatever they were up. And then they're like, oh, it looks like the Packers are finally going to lose Bears. Bears finally going to win.
I think the Bears players were, like, low-key kind of jinxing themselves. Like,
they're cursed.
When they took that last timeout or whatever, they were all, like, high-fiving each other. Like, fuck yeah, dude, we just won this game. And then,
cursed team. It really is. And it shows the Packers have a really good offense, I think. Their offense is really good. Unfortunate for the Bears, for sure. And Eberflus got to be on the hot seat, too. Surely. He's fired. Doug Peterson's fired. There's probably more.
Well, I hope a certain coach gets fired, too, but he probably won't.
My final one, and there's bias here. The Broncos can compete with any NFL team because of their defense. They could play any team in the NFL and compete in the game. Because their defense is so fucking good. Holy shit. Can you even... Can
my next one's about the Broncos, too.
Can the casual NFL fan even name an edge rusher on the Broncos? Name them. The casual fan can't.
I don't think I can.
They can't. It's fucking Nick Bonito and Jonathan Cooper. The only reason I know, I'm kind of a diehard, but like I watched the game. Holy fuck, man!
I knew about fucking old Petonio there, but
It says they have 40 sacks in 11 games.
must be one hell of a scheme.
40. Now, the Falcons have 9. just for reference. First is 40, last is 9. And they're just, that's fucking insane. They don't make mistakes either. They don't get a lot of penalties. It's just, and it makes no sense to me because on paper, this is a bad defense.
Vance Joseph's defense, baby.
Last year with Vance Joseph, this was a bad defense. I don't know what the fuck, what the changes were to this defense to make them good all of a sudden, but they're good. All of a sudden, they're very good at football. And I don't know who gets the credit here. Is it just PS2 getting all the credit? I think he could be clear deep boy favorite right now. Listen, Zach Allen, he's been a solid interior edge rusher. JFM from the Jets, also a very solid interior edge rusher. DJ Jones, nose tackle, solid. Nick Bonito has done nothing his whole career up until this season in like year 4. Justin Strnad, Cody Barton got cut in the free agency, like a fucking training camp cut by the fucking Commanders or Seattle, where it was.
Those Commanders.
Jonathan Cooper has done nothing his whole fucking career. Has never played. He's never been on the fucking field.
Wasn't getting a fair chance.
Obviously, PS2. Brandon Jones.
Fuck is that?
He was a second-round pick last year towards ACL, I think. TJ Locke.
Ooh, remember him.
Jaquan McMillan and white corner Riley Moss.
Oh!
How is this defense as good as it is?
The white boy.
I genuinely just don't know how the fuck this defense is this good.
It's the culture.
And it's not like they're playing bad teams. They are fucking locking up the Chiefs. Falcons offense is good, flat out, no bias. They're playing good against good teams, which makes it's a weird. And then Bo Nix is starting to click. The Broncos, I think they're at this point, I think they're clearly better than the Chargers. I think I'm taking the Broncos over the Chargers right now.
I don't know. Both teams put a good performance on Sunday.
They did. What was your Broncos? Similar?
Bo Nix is the rookie of the year.
Sure.
Sorry, Jaden. I love you. But, Bo Nix has been kind of dialed in lately.
I think he probably leads in every stat.
I think he does, too.
Maybe not rushing yards, but maybe rushing yards. He kind of runs, too. Probably not, though.
And he's doing it with less weapons, too.
Yeah. Cortland Sutton.
Cortland Sutton, Lil Jordan, Troy Franklin.
Lil Jordan, I can't. I'll get there. I don't want to waste it. I need to save my reaction for my fucking segment with the Falcons here. But, yeah, I mean, I don't disagree.
Don't be wrong, Jaden. I love you. I think you're better.
During summer, our rookie of the year favorites were Jaden, Caleb, and Marvin. That's what we picked. And then Bo Nix is...
Well, I just didn't really know Bo Nix was really going to start from the gate. That was kind of it for me.
I don't know. I think their options were Zach Wilson and Jarrett Stidham. So if there was a quarterback that could start, probably Bo Nix. And he's 24.
But Sean Pitt.
Bo Nix is old.
That's the soda. Sean Payton's the type of coach to be you're not starting from day one.
He was kind of seen as pro ready, so I hope this isn't like a high floor, low ceiling kind of player. Because he was seen as a very pro ready guy, but I don't know. He's fucking been very good in the last 5-6 weeks. Really, since the Bucs game.
And we play them week 17.
They're really only serious blimp on their record is probably the loss to Baltimore where they got shit on.
They got shit on by Baltimore. Let's see what they're 6-5.
Yeah, they're 6-5. Third in the division, 6-5. Which is fucking crazy.
They lose the Chargers?
I think they might have lost the Chargers. Broncos. There we go. Lost to Seattle week 1.
Okay.
In a 6-point game. Lost to the Steelers, which is becoming a good loss.
Yeah.
Beat the shit out of the Bucs. Healthy Bucs. Beat the shit out of them. Beat the Jets. Beat the Raiders. Lost by 1 score to the Chargers. Beat the shit out of the Saints. Beat the shit out of the Panthers. Got their ass kicked by the Ravens. Lost to the Chiefs on the last-second block field goal, and then dog walked my Falcons.
Should be 7-4.
So they should be 7-4, and their 3 losses, all their losses are one-score games.
It's a good football team.
Other than the Ravens game.
They definitely...
It's a good team. Better than I definitely thought they would be.
Still,
I don't... Just listing their defense, that's fucking insane to me that they're that good.
Yeah, they have most sacks in the league. I don't know how.
I've seen something that Jonathan Cooper has been like one of the best run defenders in football.
Good for him.
Good for him. I just is this like everybody in the team's got like 5 sacks? There's like no one who's got like 10. Like,
hey, it's an all-around group effort.
All-around group effort from these Denver Broncos. And I don't hate the Rookie of the Year comp at this point. We'll have to see how they finish.
Well, I think it's really just between him and Jaden. Because, obviously Caleb not really panning out. Drake May, I mean, if he turns it up,
he's been
rest
good.
season.
I don't think he'll have.
But yeah, the
other 2 teams are competing for like actual playoff spots.
Yeah, but I don't think. I mean, I guess Ricky kind of has some consideration in that, but and Drake May also didn't play as many games.
I like that. I'd say that it doesn't usually matter, but it's they usually suck.
Yeah,
like there usually aren't as many teams that are with rookie quarterbacks that are good. So I think it's going to matter this year specifically.
And Malik Neighbors, he had a very good shot at it, but
can't stay on the field.
Couldn't stay on the field. Marv, been inconsistent. Yeah. So really, it's really down to those two.
It's still even at this, it's still a quarterback award, really. I mean, you've seen some players, non-quarterbacks win it, but it's usually if there's a good quarterback that season. If there's a solid quarterback going into that season, they'll probably get it.
It was Jamar versus Mac Jones.
There was a serious conversation back then too. Because Mac Jones had they were what? Don't they make playoffs?
Yeah.
There was a conversation about Mac Jones.
It was really that game against the Chiefs. That really was what won it for Jamar.
Mac Jones, Jaguar legend, Mac Jones.
He's got ass smacked by 46.
Let's get specific here. First off, Falcons Bengals. Tom, should I go first, second?
You seem a little hot, so you go ahead and just.
This game, man, it was torture to watch. I stopped watching it in the third quarter because let's get the stats ready, man. I mean, game starts. They walk down the field. I mean, our defense was down a couple role players. Nothing serious. We had our main guys. Our main guys are safeties and Judon and AJ. It's nothing. Our main guys aren't huge difference makers in terms of. Obviously, Jesse Bates is a big difference maker, but he's a big play difference maker. Not like someone who can stall out a drive because of his play, because he's a safety. But we don't have an edge rusher. Judon was supposed to be that guy. He's fucking a terrible player. He's washed as fuck. But they walked down the field. I'm happy because we're walking down the field here. We're walking down. Anything you want. Down to the 5-yard line. Bijan scores, called back. Then we get a 15-yard penalty. So now we're looking at fucking 2nd and 25. And it's just a fucking shit show. Take our 3. Whatever. Then I think we got a 3 now, and then they got stopped us. Back and forth kind of game. They get down to the red zone. And Javonte Williams lifted off his feet by the offensive line, which is not allowed, and put it in the end zone. I love the effort offensive lineman as a former offensive lineman. Not allowed. Not allowed to do that. You can't do that. Odds are they score anyways, but Justin Simmons got clowned on because he's stalemated with him. Who he should. He's a safety who's stalemated with one of the best tackle breakers in football, Javonte Williams. And then the whole fucking Broncos offensive line literally, you can see his feet dangling like a little kid. And no call. 14-3. Ridiculous. And then on our side, we get, all right, fuck it. We got to score here. Get the ball back. Start moving the ball. Get into a 3rd and long. Picks it up. I'm like, fuck yeah. Kirk Coleman had a hell of a throw to Bijan. Really good play design. The very next play, lost 7, 8, 9 yards on a fucking snap muff. Just right over Kirk's head. Just right by him. We lose, and we're instantly looking at a 2nd and long. Run some dumbass screenplay. 3rd long. Doesn't pick it up. And then they go down. Fucking Lil Jordan Humphrey. Lil Jordan. You piece of shit. I can't stand you. He was a saint before the Broncos. You remember that.
Found a new home.
4th and 3. Bo Nix fires it to Lil Jordan Humphrey. Catches the ball. Takes a step. Murdered by Jesse Bates. Incomplete pass. We go to commercial break. I'm over here thinking, What's the offense going to pull out here? We come back from commercial break. Broncos offense is still in the field. Apparently, because when he caught the ball in the air, 1 foot hit as he was like 1 foot already on the ground. They count that as a step. And then 1 step after was the 2 steps. Jesse Bates hits him. Ball goes loose. Falcons celebrate. Lil Jordan Humphrey, collecting his thoughts on the ground, puts his hand on the football. Possession. All of a sudden, that's possession. Mike Pereira said, not a catch. Everybody in the booth said, not a catch. Referees had this. They disagree. Not the catch. That's when we lost this football game. That made it 21-3 or 21-3, and then we got 6. I think it was 21-6 at half. Let me just confirm that. Is that true? I'm pretty sure it's true. 21-6 at half. We come out at half with the ball, do jack shit, and then they hit a fucking screen pass. Oh no, we got strip sacked, I think. I think we get strip sacked.
I had some more game I didn't watch.
The usual Kirko strip sack. They score a touchdown. It's now 28-6. Kirko throws the worst interception of his season by far. It was a 22-point game. Maybe it was 3rd and long, trying to make a play downfield.
Sure.
Just was a terrible decision. Not open whatsoever. Threw it right to the fucking guy. But it really was just the story of this game. Penalties. We made the mistakes that bad teams make. And we tend to do that from time to time, still to this day. You know, we're over here, we're holding, we're getting touchdowns called back off the board. Bijan had 20 yards in the first 2 carries, ends the game with 35. And it was really because we had to fucking throw the whole game. We couldn't fucking. It's just ridiculous, man. Drake London, he had 3 catches for 60 yards. One of them was a 4th and 1 at our own 39. 35-yard bomb to Drake London. We needed a yard. I'm glad he caught it, but we needed a fucking yard. Could have just took our yard. And we just kept getting bad field position. It was a game where we just lost. It was not in our cards. Not in our cards at all. When your defense can't stop a nosebleed, and your offense that's very good keeps getting shit not go their way in terms of penalties and fucking field position.
Mm-hmm.
You're only going to win so many football games, man.
You are.
And we'll call the altitude into the factor.
That
mile high altitude.
Damn altitude.
I mean,
man.
it was a shame.
And we're used to it. It's different.
I feel bad for Jesse.
It's different down in Atlanta.
I feel bad for Justin Simmons, who came back to his revenge game and gets absolutely blitzed by the team that didn't want to pay him. And I feel bad for the kid. And I mean, but I think our coach at the end of the game, absolutely, one game won't define us. I love those words.
Gosh,
I love them words.
What a speaker.
Going into a bye week. We got a late bye. We got week 11 bye.
Same bye here too. Week 12.
Much needed bye. We're coming off back-to-back losses. One game we 100% should have won. Missed 3 field goals. And we lost by, 6?
Lost by 3.
Well, yeah, lost by 3 because they didn't get the field goal at the end of the game. Lost by 3. We missed 2 field goals. Should have won that game. At least. One was blocked too. So, I mean, come on, Youngway. Youngway, the whole offense this week though. So, put us on your back there, Youngway. 6 points.
You made up for him.
Great, just perfect timing for our bye. Come in. We played the Chargers. Needed this bye to really get ready for this game.
They're a good football team, let me tell you.
We need to win this game. Our division lead's getting smaller and smaller each week. Saints are healthy again. The Bucks are just still playing pretty good, but that's all I have, man. Nothing. I'm not tripping on this Falcons team yet. We'll get there, but we're not there yet. There's a bad loss. We'll bounce back. I think we'll bounce back. That's it. That's all I got. Judon, your fucking ass. Oh, last thing. You didn't get a sack, Judon. We had no sacks this game. We now technically have 10 sacks.
Know yourself there.
We technically have 10 sacks now. Bo Nix fell, tripped over Mike McGlinchey, and Judon put his paw on him. That's what happened.
Sack.
Now we have 10 sacks. So maybe it's not 940, it's 1040. They have 4 times as many sacks as we have on the season.
Fuck. That's
fucking insane. I genuinely don't understand.
Can Michael Penix rush the passer?
Fucking better. Big boy, he's 6'5". He's 6'5", lanky.
Hey, man.
Get your ass out there as a roasting passer. Thank God. That's what I got.
Because you're not playing the next fucking 3 years with that quarterback.
And then anyone who
Let's teach you a speed rush.
I saw some stuff on Instagram. Oh, Bono. Dude, it was literally alerts. Michael Penix entering the game. I was like, it's fucking 30-6. He's coming in because we lost, man.
That's what we call throwing in the towel.
This isn't a fucking QB controversy. Especially how Kirk was played.
Is Kirk Cousins getting benched?
Kirk was due for like a bad game. Like he's been playing it all year. That's all I got. You can go. Try to forget about it.
See, the first half was looking like we were going to get blown out here. We start the ball first, go 3 and out. Cool. But then the defense, they go 3 and out. Chargers ran 3 straight plays. We actually stopped it. Surprising. And then offense just walks down the field. You know? But then once we get to the red zone, we just simply cannot capitalize. And, you know, that's about 2 drives there. We take our 6 points. And let me tell you, I don't think I have ever seen an offense just walk down the field just with not breaking any sweats than this damn Chargers team, man. Herbert had all fucking day to throw. I'm pretty sure Helen Keller could have done there and diced us up.
Sure.
People were open. Cam Taylor-Britt actually got benched in this game. Good shit. But then, oh God, DJ Turner goes down with a fucking fractured clavicle. So that's just God. That's just God telling us Cam Taylor-Britt has to play on the football field. He just has to.
Sure.
That cancer patient has to play on the football field. And Josh Newton, anything bad I've said about you, I am so sorry. You had a good game. You had some great pass breakups. Anyways, we go into the half down 24-6. It should have been 21-6 because Herbert had a blatant intentional grounding with 10 seconds left to go in the half. And even all the fucking Sunday Night Rules analysts said that it was intentional grounding. It was not called. And the clock just ran out. I mean, granted,
mistakes are made.
Mistakes are made a lot, especially, you know, late game with the Bengals here.
Good for the AFC West.
You know,
Chiefs, little Jordan Humphrey.
And just a game where we needed to win to save our season. We just came out fucking flat.
Sure did.
Flat. Herbert had damn near a perfect first half. Second half, played like shit. Almost cost the Chargers this game. We come back down 21. On the similarity to the Drake London 4th and 1, 4th and 2, T. Higgins, 40-yard bomb touchdown. I love it. We need 2 yards. It worked, but we needed 2 yards.
Yep.
Joe Burrow oh God, he made some insane plays in the second half. And oh my gosh, man, fuck it, I'm going to say it. He's been playing the best player in football. I'm going to say it. I don't care if it's overreaction. Let me have my overreactions.
Sure.
If the Bengals had a winning record, he'd be the MVP right now. He leads in every category. Jamar also leads in every category. Oh, T. Higgins, you're made of fucking glass. You had a great game, but you got tackled once, and you're just all of a sudden hurt again. It's just like, holy shit, man. Like, I want to pay you, but like, are you me on the field? It's a big question there.
Sure.
This offensive line just does anything in its power. It's just, oh my gosh, it's just the worst thing I've ever seen. Cody Ford, you fucking suck. You should not be rostered. And Marius Mims, you are having your fair share of rookie struggles.
Sure.
And each game that you play, it scares me, knowing that you might not pan out. But anyways, second half, the defense just absolutely balled out. We got every stop we needed. Got us back in the football game. Oh, gosh. Held them to 3 points that last bullshit touchdown. I'm not counting that. They were going for a field goal. And once J.K. Dobbins got past the first level, we kind of just tried to let him score. Cam Taylor-Britt didn't understand the assignment. I think back-to-back weeks I've seen Cam Taylor-Britt have the worst fucking tackles in NFL history. This guy sucks dick at football. And then, oh God.
Number 1 PFF corner through 2 weeks.
Yeah. What happened there? Balls are blue from that. You actually made me believe, you might be a sold corner after all. No, you got benched. Thank God he got benched. But like I said, DJ Turner got hurt, so now he's got to play. Anyways, we tied the game up 27-27. Joe put us on his back. Led us back there. Oh, and then we have a chance to take the lead. 48 yards. Left. Then defense makes another fucking stop. Makes our shitty-ass defense makes another stop. Like 6-7 straight stops in a row.
Missed the throw.
Herbert fucking played like shit in the second half.
Missed Latin Conference.
Played like shit. He was 17 for 36, 297, and 3 touchdowns. And you know, the 297, 3 touchdowns, those are good stats.
Sure.
But he had the majority of those in the fucking first half. He had all 3 passing touchdowns in the first half. Just like, oh my gosh. And the fumble. We made Herbert fumble too. We got stops. And then a 51-yarder. Left. So in the last 5 minutes of this football game, Ed McPherson missed not 1 but 2 field goals in the clutch. And
the second one wins the game.
Yeah.
At least the second one. The first one, they had time. Second one wins the game because you even got the ball back again.
We did.
They would have run the clock out.
And, Burrow, you weren't perfect this game. You were damn near perfect. My only bitch is that you did miss Jamar on that long throw. I mean, it would have been a great throw if you made it. But just you made some great plays this game. So, you get a free pass here. And it's just, Ed McPherson, we're going to start talking about you being a cut candidate here. We're going to have a serious conversation.
He's missed some big ones this year for sure.
He just has. Anytime we need a field goal, he just misses.
Ravens game.
Fucking, yeah. I mean, I guess I can't bitch too much. There was a bad snap on the Ravens game. He missed a PAT against the Chiefs. Lost by 1.
Sure.
He missed fucking, just Money Mac. Yeah, never. He's never been getting called that again. The only reason why he's called Money Mac is he got paid. And, I just want to apologize to 3 people. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Trey Henderson. I am sorry that this poverty franchise is failing you 3. I am so sorry. If you 3 go into that cheap bastard's office this offseason and say you want to be traded, I wouldn't even blame you.
Sure.
I wouldn't even fucking blame you.
I hear you.
We still haven't paid Jamar. And actually, at this point, I don't know if we're going to pay him. I generally don't. T, he's gone. He's gone. He got 6 games left with us because we're probably not going to make the playoffs because we're 4-7. And the Broncos look like a very good team. And Anthony Richardson, the Colts could be on the up and coming.
Sure.
So we're probably going to have to win out if we want a chance here. We still got to play the Steelers twice. And this was a much-needed win.
It's a big game.
And, I will say the second half, I loved the fight that this team showed. A little late. Maybe we didn't have the worst fucking first half in the season.
There is that underlying theme. Field goals are missed, but you shouldn't have been down 24-6.
It was 27.
27-6. I mean the first half.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have been down that much.
We shouldn't have.
And the worst part of a comeback is when you fall short. That's the worst part. I'd rather just lose.
Yeah.
I'd rather just get blown out than come back and lose.
I thought we were going to get blown out, and honestly,
I remember I was thinking in my head, I was like, because I wasn't watching the first half. I only watched the second half. But the first half, I'm like, look at this fucking AFC West, man. Just dominating this whole fucking league. Shitting on the Bengals, shitting on the Falcons. Chiefs haven't lost a football game, except for that day. But I was like, there's no way. Like, what? And then, obviously, make a comeback.
Chris Sims fucking almost, jinxed the Chargers. In the first half, first thing I hear is Chris Sims, I think the Chargers better than the Ravens. Shut the fuck up. No, they're not.
And then you think, they had 3 possessions, the Chargers did. They were down to fucking get it right. At the end of the game. Fuck, man. You only can make so many stops.
Yeah, you can only make... I was literally saying that during the game. Once McPherson missed that second field goal, I was like, ball game. Because you can't ask, especially the talent on our defense, even if it was the fucking... The steel curtain, man. You can't ask a defense to make fucking 8 straight stops. You just can't.
The same thing with last week with the Saints game. I was like, we made fucking 5 stops in a row. They're down to fucking get it.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't ask for so many stops.
You can't ask an NFL defense to. Yeah, you can't.
Any defense, they're down to allow some points, man. At some point, you just got to lock in offensively. It was just so unfortunate.
We're gonna let T walk. So once again, this whole Super Bowl core, we're just going to allow a walk, which is what poverty franchises do.
And I do think, obviously, but T makes your offense significantly better.
He does. He had 150.
When he plays, the offense is better.
I agree, man. And he's not going to be here next year. Why the fuck would he want to be? We're not going to pay him. That sounds
obvious, but I'm not trying to. But he's obvious. He's not there a lot because he's injured all the time. So when he is gone, it's
sometimes I question why I'm a fan of this team. And this is one of those games where it made me question it.
You might be thinking, what are the worst ran franchise of football? We're down there. Our 2 teams are down there. The Jets, the Giants.
I think the Bengals are.
The Bears.
The Bengals probably. I think the Jaguars.
Jags, sure.
The Jags.
Those are the worst ran teams in history.
Falcons. Browns.
Yeah.
I mean, the Lions, before these past 2 years.
Like,
They were up
these are
there
some
for
of the
sure.
worst. And it's the same. It's not even like it's the same mistakes. Like, don't pay your guys. You make questionable decisions, like the Jets firing their coach, who's been good, and the idea that Robert Saleh wasn't the number one candidate when Joe Douglas hired him, because he was. He was the number one candidate head coach.
Because that was the year after the 49ers won Super Bowl, yeah.
And he was the defensive coordinator. He was seen as like, oh my God, whoever gets this guy's going to be fucking, they're going to be good. They sign him, and then it's just, again, his fault. Like, no, man. The same teams make the same bad mistakes. It's just
we're not going to fire Zach Taylor. I hope we do.
I don't think you will either.
We're not going to. But, to Zach's credit, he had us right in the second half. I don't know what pep talk he did, but it sure fucking worked. But, so he gets a little pass for this game. I still want you gone.
I don't think he'll get fired, because I think towards the end, you're going to win some of these games at the end of the season.
He's not going to get fucking fired.
You're going to keep.
We kept Marvin fucking Lewis for 16 years. After 7 straight playoff losses.
You're gonna keep the playoff hope close, and then enough that he's not gonna get fired.
Yeah, kind of similar to last year. We'll probably go 9-8. We'll probably lose last game to Pittsburgh, just to miss out on the playoffs, just to make me want to die. I thank God we have a bye this week, because I just need a week to keep my mental sanity.
I do think our team's having a bye this week. It's perfect.
Because how many teams in football, in NFL history, have the leading passer in touchdowns, have the leading passing in yards, their receiver leads in every fucking category, and they have the league leader in sacks, and they're 4-7.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with 0.
I don't think that's probably ever happened in terms of.
It hasn't.
In terms of statistical,
no,
it's maybe not middle of the season, but like end of season, if a team leads league in sacks, receiving yards.
Now I don't think Trey can keep it up in terms of sacks. I think he'll calm down. But Jamar, sure. Joe Burrow, sure.
Well, hasn't Trey had like a couple big games that kept him in it too? 4 sacks.
Well, he had 4 sacks in the Raiders. That's really what did it. I mean, he was still like 3rd though. So like,
yeah. I mean, I'll take him. He has more sacks than the whole team.
Yeah, and God, he won a contract extension. We gave him a 1-year contract extension. And the thing is, Mike Brown's wife has came out and said that she's tired of people calling him cheap bastard. Shut up. He is. That's what he is. Bastard. He's the cheapest bastard.
Why did we let Joe go for no fucking reason? Mixon. Why? No reason to let him go.
I think that just ran its course. I mean...
No, it didn't. There was no reason. You just flat out, Bengals organization, decided to have a worse running back this season. For no fucking reason. He makes little to no money. You had the money to pay him. He wasn't... How many years do you have left?
I don't remember. I think it was 1 more year.
Fucking useless. Unless Joe Mixon went to the front office and said, "Trade me. I don't want to be here anymore." On a Super Bowl competitive team, like there's no way. There was just, and then they turned that fucking pick they got into Khalil Herbert. So it's really just Khalil Herbert for Joe Mixon.
Who doesn't play football?
Terrible, fucking just bad. And the same mistakes, bad teams make.
I've been watching this team for 20 years.
Bad organizations make. It's just.
And you're the reason why I sit up and cry at night. I don't wish anything, but I hope something happens to Mike Brown soon to where he doesn't be the owner anymore.
He needs to sell the team.
It's not death, but
sell the team. Lighter note.
We don't even have an actual GM.
Oh, I'd love to.
We don't have an actual fucking GM. There's nobody with that title.
My team had to go talk to the owner after draft day. And hey, please stop. I'm sorry. Like that was fun.
Our GM is Duke Tobin, who is the player director.
Terry Fontenot, baby. Michael Penix.
Hey, I'll be GM right fucking now. You know what I'm doing? Hey, Jamar. Blank check. Blank check.
Blank check.
What do you want? What do you want?
Fair.
T. Higgins, we're going to pay you too. We're not having you a blank check.
You're getting a set number, buddy.
You're getting...
Set bill.
You're getting 25 a year. That seems fair. Hey, what were your Super Bowl stats? 4-year, $100 million? Sound good to you?
Sure. New segment here as we simmer down off these losses this week. Oh. Embarrassing.
Fucking defense.
Sad losses. We're going to try something new.
Please don't leave, Joe. Please don't leave.
We have 2 new segments. We're going to go back to back here, starting with...
Please don't retire, LeBron.
We're going to go through each game of the week in 90 seconds or less. Connor, I need a timer at you. 90-second timer. We're going to go through each game together. So we got to be kind of strategic here. Good. To make sure we go through these games quickly.
Game year. Here we go.
90 seconds starting.
Each game or like every game like total in 90 seconds?
Each game, it's 90 seconds.
Okay.
Make it 60.
I'll make 60. Fuck it.
60. 60 seconds or less each game. Ready? Tell me when.
Whenever you start talking about first games, I'll hit the timer. I'm going to just stop watch.
3, 2, 1, go. Steelers, Browns. Steelers should win. For sure. James Winston.
You know, I literally just saw TikTok before we started filming this, and like the Steelers apparently lost a bunch of like shitty teams in the past.
Yeah.
So it's like this is the least obvious Steelers win right here.
Divisional games are always hard for teams.
This could
the Browns fucking Jameis threw 300 multiple touchdowns last week in a blowout loss.
Yeah, I don't know. The Saints Taysom Hill spam QB draw, and it fucking worked every time.
Taysom Hill is Tebow done right.
I don't know what happened with Browns defense. I really don't. I don't know how it just fell off a cliff.
Denzel Ward got hurt. This could be a good game. I honestly, in terms of,
it's not going to be a blowout. The Steelers receivers, they still suck. Couldn't get any separation against the Ravens. That's saying something. Ravens passing defense has been pretty bad.
I don't think this is a blowout either for the Steelers. But I think Steelers.
There's a good chance Chris Boswell adds his MVP campaign here.
6 more for Chris Boswell, the boss.
In the ball. All right, 3, 2, 1. Next game.
Titans, Texans, and Houston. Texans are clearly better. I don't even think we need 60 seconds here. I'm expecting a good game from Joe Mixon. Titans actually have a good pass defense. So
the Titans offense still can't get shit going. Also,
longest touchdown of the season.
Yeah,
98 yards to Nick Westbrook-Keeney, who extends his touchdown streak to 5 straight games.
Good for him. I mean, he's irrelevant.
Will Levis.
There was a 50-yard touchdown called back by legal formation, which penalties like that just suck ass, but they still would have lost. Will Levis,
his time's up.
You're still holding this football team back.
I think this is Joe Mixon game again. The Titans have a good pass defense.
Just having a career there in Houston.
Nico Collins,
Tank back.
Dell, they're good, but I think the Titans have really good pass defense, like top of the league pass defense. So like this screams Joe Mixon game. But I honestly wouldn't be necessarily surprised though if they do have a good passing game.
3, 2, 1. Next game.
Vikings, Bears in Chicago. Divisional game. Caleb Williams. I'm not a fan of this Vikings team, so I wouldn't be surprised necessarily the Bears won.
Both defenses are good. Expect a low-scoring game.
Carlos Santos legacy game.
Needs it back after last week. Getting blocked.
Caleb Williams. Maybe this offense can get something going. Maybe
they looked a little better last week.
Looked a little better.
Caleb Williams hasn't thrown a touchdown pass in 4 weeks.
In a month, his stats are the exact same for last month. They haven't went up or down.
That's why you're not even in consideration for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, and especially when his character is not good for this team. He's a bad character in terms of he's like a diva. Yeah, rookie diva screams bad character.
Yeah,
but he has weapons. The Bears should be better than they are. I think the Vikings are a little bit overrated right now.
I like the Vikings defense though. They're like I said a couple podcasts ago. Yeah, they'll keep them in any game.
They're very similar to Denver. Like, they don't really have names, but they're just good. For no reason. Cowboys, Commanders.
Commanders blowout.
Another fucking blowout win. Yeah, the Cowboys defense is terrible. The Cowboys offense is terrible.
Cooper Rush threw for 55 times last night, and they scored 10 fucking points.
Maybe we see Trey Lance at some point in this game.
I should see Derek from Better Picks. Went to the game, and he's trying to start a Trey Lance.
I fucking wish Trey Lance would play. I like Trey Lance. I think he could be something if he gets a chance. He's been with 2 organizations, don't even want him, it seems like. But probably a good game for Jay Daniels here.
Probably good games in general for everybody.
If I had to pick my Commanders standout, it's probably going to be Brian Robinson. Because he's on my fantasy team.
This guy.
Let's go Brian Robinson. And the Cowboys are just a bad defense in general, especially in the run game.
Yeah, they're not good at all.
Not much to talk about here in these first few games. Really easy fucking decisions. This might be even easier. Fuck. Oh my god. There's 4 games here that are... Oh fuck. Well, this would be easy. 60 seconds. Patriots, Dolphins. One of the better games in the next 5.
Dolphins look a lot better than they have the past couple weeks. Maybe they're starting to figure out a thing or two on offense. They're starting to get tired to kill the ball.
I disagree.
Jalen Waddle. Maybe let's get him the ball. No?
Yeah, the Fast and the Furious over here in the Dolphins. But the Drake May's Patriots ain't even slept on here.
They're not. They almost beat the Rams.
And the Rams had a couple 75-yard untouched touchdowns. It's Cooper Kupp. There were some plays that were just killers to the Patriots.
I think the Dolphins will win because the Patriots are just
talent
not
level,
a good roster. But it's not going to be a blowout.
I can see it's being very close. And if the Patriots can get a couple things the other way, I mean, the Dolphins have some penalty issues, Patriots could have a chance here.
I agree.
This game, we're going to do in 15 seconds or less. Chiefs-Panthers.
I think Bryce Young is going to come out.
This will be the perfect game for Pacheco to go crazy in a comeback game against the Panthers.
Jonathan Brooks will be playing, though. So, yeah.
Jonathan Brooks, a debut. Bryce Young, I mean, I hope it's a good game. It's not going to be.
It's going to be blow of the week.
Honestly, fucking
if you have a Chiefs player in fantasy, I'd suggest you start him.
Yeah. Bucks Giants. I'm getting done with that game already. Bucks Giants. Tommy DeVito, probably a Bucks blowout.
Yeah.
This is probably
and
a Bucks
especially
blowout.
if Mike Evans comes back. He's projected points in fantasy this week.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Giants defense is good though. Maybe they
and Kate Alden, they've unlocked something in him.
Maybe they can lose like 21-3, 21-6.
Maybe.
And not have
maybe if they're lucky.
Maybe they want to allow like 40 points because their defense is actually pretty good. But I mean, hey, good for the Tommy DeVito. Good for Tommy.
Sure.
Getting another chance in the league.
He might throw a last second touchdown. Maybe like a 27-13. Fuck it.
Then we have another probably bad game, Lions Colts.
Shit.
I mean, better than the other ones, but the Lions.
Well, this is Anthony Richardson getting put to test here.
New Anthony Richardson. The brand new Anthony Richardson.
This could be 1 week.
Maybe this can be a somewhat close game if the Lions don't score 50. Maybe they win 35-26 or something. I don't know. Maybe it's a close. Because the Lions defense still isn't very good. So like, maybe the Colts can score some points.
But will they keep up with the Lions? No.
Can they keep with the Lions? I don't think so. And especially if they can move throwing 5 interceptions. Lions, in terms of the rushing attack, is just so fucking dominant. It's so dominant. They could probably win football games throwing less than 10 passes at a consistent rate. And the NFL
they've done that before, actually.
In the NFL today, they can win multiple football games throwing under 10 passes. No team can say that.
Yeah, I saw Jahmyr Gibbs said the Bengals said they were going to take him, trade up at 18. But that didn't happen, so cool. Sweet.
That's kind of it. Maybe we'll see what AR can do. This is kind of a prove-it game for AR against a good team. Another probably bad game, Broncos Raiders.
Shit.
Broncos looked fucking good last week, let me tell you. Raiders looked pretty fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I'm not really expecting much.
Divisional game, so it could be closer than we expect.
Maybe it's maybe Bo Nix kind of comes down to earth a little bit against the
maybe the Broncos struggle here. Who knows?
Raiders have Max Crosby. Is he playing these days?
They have Max Crosby.
He's playing. He's been injured a little bit.
He is playing. I saw him against the Dolphins.
Little Jordan Humphrey legacy game. Fuck you, little Jordan Humphrey.
Troy Franklin, Nate Atkins.
Oh, God, Troy Franklin, he scored a touchdown. All 3 of them did.
Hey, they spread the wealth, baby.
What a throw to Nate Atkins too. Across body, little 10-yard dink. Good shit.
Next Drew Brees, baby.
Cardinals Seahawks. Now we're getting a good games. Cardinals Seahawks. It should be a good game. Division leader versus tied for second.
Winner could take the division if they beat them. Yep. They'll both be 6-5.
In Seattle.
Ooh. So, home the 12th, man.
I love me some Kyler Cardinals though. I really do.
I like Kyler as well.
I'm a big fan of the Kyler Cardinals.
Seahawks don't have a bad defense. Their defense
solid defense.
They do. So
Cardinals have solid defense. Cardinals and Seahawks are honestly very evenly matched, in my opinion. But I think the Cardinals' offense has the edge, just because of quarterback play.
I
strictly
like
QB
that as well.
play.
I'm not a big fan of Geno.
Yeah,
I don't care if he's right back or not.
He's all right. Geno's got a clear ceiling. Geno.
But they're getting healthy because
JSN's kind of been the best receiver for them this year, honestly. DK's been good, but recently it's been JSN the whole time.
Well, Metcalf's been out.
JSN had been very good. He played last week, didn't he?
Yeah, Metcalf played last week. That was his first game back.
JSN still 110, and I think he had 110 receptions.
Taylor Lockett's getting
Taylor Lockett's
out of the mix there.
Out of this mix.
Next game.
Another good game. Niners-Packers. Some late games are pretty good. Niners-Packers.
A historic matchup.
The Packers
rematch of the NFC divisional game.
Rodgers has championship too. His last one.
Yeah, he's actually 0-4 in the 49ers against the
49ers
playoffs.
Obviously, they didn't draft him for a reason. Clearly worked out for them, and they.
Fuck
you, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers has Super Bowl. The 49ers don't.
Hey, here's what I'm saying though.
In their franchise,
they have the laughing. They can laugh at Rodgers.
So I saw that
can't even beat us.
On the Pardon My Take, where they asked him that, and he's like, "Well, how many Super Bowls do the 49ers have in the past 18 years?" Yes, you don't fuck you, Roger. Fuck you, yeah.
You don't get any.
Yeah, they didn't draft you. They fucking took Alex Smith.
They didn't draft you, and they still kick your ass every fucking time you
Colin Kaepernick stuck that dick in you.
Fucking Jimmy G.
Oh shit!
Kicked your ass in a low score.
Oh, the Raheem Mostert 220-yard game. Forgot about that one.
This Packers team is better than the Packers from then, I think. And the Niners are very good. It's a Green Bay team, and they beat them. Then they have a really close playoff game.
They did. Came down to the
score.
wire. Jordan left their pick.
And they missed a field goal, I'm pretty sure, didn't they? Didn't the Packers miss a field goal in the playoffs?
I think that's why their kicker, who now
Jets
plays low A-Rod. He's cut.
Give me the, I don't know.
Go
Give me the Packers.
Fuck
the Niners. I like when upsets.
I don't even know if the Packers are an upset.
Yeah, the Niners don't look good. Maybe this is their prove it game.
Sure.
For the Niners. Eagles, Rams. That should be a good game. Sunday Night Football.
I like the Eagles, man. I think they've just been rolling.
Eagles look good.
Firing at all cylinders.
They're healthy.
Saquon's good. Apparently their defense is like really good and like they're like top.
Their
like
rookies are stepping up now, yeah.
Quinion Mitchell, I guess he's locks.
Beginning of the season they were like tragic, but now they're Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean
really turning around, I guess.
Yeah, I've seen Quinion Mitchell's like they're trying to give him like the Revis treatment, but it's like fucking Jerry Jeudy like shit receivers. Yeah, so I was like, all right, let's calm down Quinion Mitchell.
I know they like showed like
Shout out Cooper DeJean,
they showed Jamar stats against him.
Like, a lot of grit in Cooper DeJean, a lot of effort.
Are you doing the league and the white guy right now?
Just a great effort, a real gym rat.
Is that what you're doing right now?
A little bit of Cooper DeJean.
Okay, a little reference to the league there.
It is.
He's a class act.
He's a class act. Give me the Eagles though. I think it's gonna be too much to the Rams. I could see Stafford go for 350 though.
Yeah, and the Rams defense is nothing special.
Another great game. Not great game. Another good game. Ravens Chargers Monday Night Football last game.
You know, I expect Lamar to run a lot. You know, the Chargers defense actually like allows the least amount of points per game, 13.9. I saw it. I didn't know they were doing that well.
They had trouble grabbing Joe Burrow. Imagine trying to grab Lamar Jackson.
That's what I'm saying. Expect Lamar to run a lot.
It's gonna be a tough time.
I would take Lamar's over on his rushing yards.
And you know, I mean, the Chargers haven't played too many great rushing attacks.
And they're just glazing Cam Hart. Cam Hart fucking sucks.
Fuck Cam Hart.
Their rookie corner who has a 60 PFF grade. I looked it up. Chargers fans are getting a little crazy after this win.
I don't know Cam Hart is.
Let's relax. You beat the 4-6 Bengals.
I feel like I don't see TikToks from my opposing teams every week like you do.
I don't know.
Your own.
And then I comment on them. I got to defend.
Maybe
that's one topic I forgot to mention. But sorry, I'll mention it later.
Maybe we see more Deontay Johnson this week. I don't know.
Oh yeah, true.
Honestly, forgetting
he was already beefing with fucking Baltimore, saying he doesn't get the ball.
He's mad he doesn't get the ball. But I feel like
drop passes.
Just a talent. The Ravens are so much better than the Chargers.
They are.
They have to be offensively, and that's gonna do it. 6 seconds or less each game.
Yeah,
love to see it. Keeps the segment going, and we have a little different segment here. Little off the wall, nothing to do with sports related. This is gonna be like our daily thing, our weekly episode thing. And we have 2 unsports related takes or hot takes or ideas.
Let's hear yours first.
This one you might not like. And it's just a fact, in my opinion. Pop-Tarts are ass. Pop-Tarts are terrible. I like
me some Pop-Tarts.
They're so overrated.
I like me.
I've only eaten Pop-Tarts if I'm like looking for something and I can't find anything else. And there's a Pop-Tarts, the little cherry pack of 12 mixed berries. In the back of the cupboard.
That's your issue there.
How long has that even been?
You're getting cherry and mixed berry like that.
I'm saying
that's your issue.
You got the normal ones like the blueberry, strawberry, cherry, and like the shit. You see that the variety pack, and you're like, "Fuck, it's Pop-Tarts."
You know,
and I'm too lazy to even put it in the toaster.
That's what Pop-Tarts are, though.
I'm too lazy to even put it in the toaster.
I mean, if you like, don't get me wrong, I like Pop-Tarts. I don't think they're like a top snack.
I think a lot of people think Pop-Tarts are very good, like a very good breakfast snack. I don't even think it's breakfast.
Fuck no.
Pop-Tarts is breakfast food.
No.
What?
I don't consider it. What? No. I remember
Pop-Tarts are for breakfast.
My mom used to heat up Pop-Tarts and say it's breakfast. I'm like, no. I need more, Mom. What the fuck is this?
Are you a heated Pop-Tart guy or not?
I think it's better heated up, yeah.
I do too.
But I'm too lazy and I don't usually do it.
I'm not putting a Pop-Tart in the toaster, man. I'm not switching the dial. Like,
I'm not waiting for that shit.
Put it in the microwave.
I think you're entering. Wait, hold on. Pop-Tart in the microwave.
It might be.
I've never had it.
I haven't done it either. It's efficient.
I think it's illegal.
Legal.
I think it's criminal. Criminal dips.
But I mean, there are decent Pop-Tarts. Like the strawberry milkshake's not bad. But like, if we're just, that's asking for a lot out of Pop-Tarts. If I have to go to the strawberry milkshake route to eat a fucking Pop-Tart,
I don't. You know, I like Pop-Tarts, but like they're just a snack. I don't think anybody's like, oh my gosh, a Pop-Tart. I don't think anybody enjoys just
I
grabbing a
fucking hate
Pop-Tart.
Pop-Tarts. I would rather not eat them. Like to that point where I'm just like I'm saying, if it's a late night, I'm looking for anything other than a Pop-Tart.
You know, and I like me a classic brown sugar cinnamon. I like me a classic one of those. Now the off-brand brown sugar cinnamon, it's a damn disgrace.
The worst thing I've ever seen.
The Pop-Tart brand.
To this day, I can't stand. A Pop-Tart in a vending machine is criminal. Have you Pop-Tarts
Yes.
were in my high school?
It's different.
Like that's crazy.
It's like the name like Pop-Tart brand too.
Who's putting Pop-Tarts in the vending machine? There's always a full rack of Pop-Tarts.
I swear it's different.
No one's touching the fucking Pop-Tarts.
I swear those packages are different.
Who the fuck's eating the vending machine Pop-Tarts?
When
Criminal.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
I hate Pop-Tarts. I'm just gonna say it. That's my take. What you got over there?
Math should not be required in school. This is a hot take for me. I mean, okay, maybe not. If you want to take it, you should be able to take it. I don't think it should be a required course.
What about like the basics, multiplication?
Well, I mean, fair.
So what
I'm talking from high school on.
Okay,
high school on.
High school math.
Because middle school, I
Sure.
guess you're still learning some shit. Because what I want to do has nothing to do with the fucking Pythagorean theorem.
Sure.
Well, I talk about who's the GOAT here, not fucking A plus B fucking equals C here.
I would almost argue if you're gonna teach us math, teach me how to like do my taxes, like how to
like real world
teach
shit.
me real world math. I don't need to know how to do all this random shit. Algebra.
I could give a fuck what 2x equals. I could generally care less.
Put the algebra stuff in like engineering courses and stuff.
Algebra really got me.
Stuff where you need stuff like that.
See, letters and numbers don't go together.
I took a class senior year called finite, and it was like probability and chance. Like, what the fuck am I? Why do I need to?
Yeah, the probability
I don't
that I do this in my future career.
One of them was probability of like rolling dice. Like, what are the odds? I mean,
I remember doing that.
I gamble my ass
and like
off.
You have to like, oh my gosh, I don't know it, and I don't want to know it. I've been putting off taking a math class in college for so long.
I think math should be required up until there's some things you got to know. Like, it's just kind of school. Maybe like algebra 1. That's it. Max out algebra 1.
I guess, sure.
But you don't need even like
geometry.
Shapes.
Fuck geometry.
Shapes class. It was geometry.
I hated geometry. I was not good at it. I was not good at it.
You weren't good at geometry?
Dude, fucking, oh no, I couldn't do it.
Shapes, buddy.
Shapes with fucking, dude, no, man. I just couldn't do it.
I remember.
I'm not going to lie, the reason why I passed geometry was because during COVID, somebody did my shit for me.
Logan, the senior year took geometry, earth and space.
He took geometry senior year?
Yeah.
Took it by sophomore.
He took it geometry, earth and space. Like,
is it like a science class?
Woodcrafting. Like I always fuck with him. I was like, you take shapes, planets. You take shapes, planets, and building. That's what you do every day. But it was like Earth and space was like for retards.
Geometry was just not my shit.
Earth and space is where the kids with the calculators got them. Like that was their class. They didn't take like chemistry and shit. They took fucking Earth.
I took a dumbed down version of chemistry.
And he knew that. I was
physics.
like, why are you taking this fucking class? He's like, it's so fucking easy. I was like, yeah, there's a reason. It's for fucking sped.
Chemistry shouldn't be. There's some core classes shouldn't be required up until a certain point. That's my take. Like, I don't need to know the fucking periodic table. I really don't. What's the symbol for gold?
My second take. Water brands taste different.
They sure do.
Significantly.
I don't think it's a hot take.
I think in terms of, and if you tell me this right now, I don't mind a little tap water. I don't mind a little water out the tap.
Depends.
Not crazy.
I've had different tap waters. Some are ass.
If you I just want to pull up the water brands real quick.
You got an Ice Mountain. You have
if you give me
Dasani.
If you pull up Evian, Dasani, or Aquafina, you can get the fuck out of my house. Like never.
Really?
What?
I don't mind a Dasani.
Dasani's ass.
I don't mind that.
It tastes like chemicals. And if you give me Kroger water, that tastes like fucking chemicals. Like it tastes.
That's
got a weird
literally
little
what I grew up on.
It's got a metal taste in its mouth. Can't stand it.
The Reds branded Kroger water. That's
That's
what's in my household.
Like, it's drinkable, but it's like you have to have it freezing cold. Like, a warm Kroger water bottle tastes like they haven't mixed.
I'm more of a middle of a cold and like a room temp.
But
I don't like my water's freezing cold.
The only water
you can add that to a hot take. I'm not a big fan of that.
The only water I think you can drink at any time of day, cold, warm, you can drink it fucking boiling if you want to, is Ice Mountain. I love me.
I like Ice Mountain.
What?
That might be one of my least favorite ones.
Ice Mountain's the best.
I don't like Ice Mountain. No.
It tastes like
I can't drink it.
You know when Waterboy when he pulls out the glacier at the end? That's what I imagine that it tastes like. Ice Mountain. It's so fucking good.
That's where we differ right there on the water brands.
I could drink it in the morning. I could drink it at night. I could drink it freezing cold, boiling hot.
I mean,
it's so fucking good.
I can drink it because it's water at the end of the day. But, like, it's not my first pick. It's, it's a day 3 draft pick all day.
What?
It's a day 3 draft pick.
That's criminal.
It's a day 3 draft pick.
That's criminal.
And it might go undrafted.
Oh, Nestle Pure Life. I'd rather kill myself. Nestle Pure Life is terrible water.
That's the Arby's water right there, brother.
Oh my god, it's so bad. Shout out.
That's Pure Life, baby.
Shout out to Crystal Geyser. That was the one we had at school, very essential. It's solid water, not bad at all. But also, my second favorite water behind Ice Mountain is YMCA weight room water fountain.
Oh, yep.
That is some good fucking water.
That was crisp.
YMCA weight room. And then if you're going Voss or Fiji, you can go fuck yourself. I'm not spending $5 on this big water.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not.
It's Voss with a V.
Those are some fucking like.
I've actually never had Fiji water.
I've had it a couple times. Not worth it. It just tastes like fucking water.
I remember. I don't know why. I was one of the Smart Water as a kid. I always would like.
I've never even Smart Water's big ass bottle.
Yeah, I thought it was so cool.
Why the fuck? And if I'm a going for water bottle, we're going for the sports top. We're going for the sports cap all day. I want to squirt that shit. Pause. I don't want to have to fucking take the cap off, unscrew. I want to fuck. I'm that lazy. I want to pop the cap.
Hey man, I'm saying.
Oh, I can't even look at Nestle Pure Life. Aquafina, never. That's what they water.
Actually,
all tastes different.
The other day, their dining hall.
All this water tastes different. I'm taking Ice Mountain 101 Ice Mountain. 100% natural spring. It's from the glaciers.
It's 100% naturally not getting drafted.
Stop. It's from the Blue Triton brand.
It's on the bottom of draft board there.
You're crazy. Really?
Yes.
What's your final take?
I'll drink it. Like I said, I'll drink it.
It's the best.
But like, it's not gonna be my first choice.
Comment in the comment section. What is your favorite?
If somebody brought like a 24-pack to like, let's say we're playing basketball or some shit, sure, I'll take one. But if I'm buying it, Ice Mountain's no.
So are you buying Kroger Reds brand?
Yes.
That's what's 101?
Oh, that's just what I grew up on, that's what my dad likes to buy. Packs and packs. It has nothing to do with the Reds on it. Just it's a cool fact.
It was just, you could say it's budget friendly. Fair.
It probably is budget friendly. I've never bought it, but
I've never had Great Value.
Yeah.
I've never had Great Value.
Actually, I have. It tastes like shit.
We didn't grow up around.
Actually, that might be worse than Ice Mountain.
Really?
That's by far, actually. That's going undrafted.
I just feel like Kroger water tastes.
You can taste the poorness in the Great Value.
I think
you can taste the fucking poorness.
I think well water's pretty gross.
I've ever had well water.
Like it comes out kind of yellow. It's kind of gross.
Weird.
But I don't mind it. And sometimes, long nap. It's you go to sleep at 7, you wake up at 3 in the morning, you're like, fuck.
Well, I think any water tastes good in that.
And then you go out in the kitchen, you pull out your little red plastic like kids cup, fill that bitch to the brim full of tap water, and you chug that fucker down. Every drop of water.
Yep.
That is some of the best water.
Oh yeah, that could be any brand of water, any tap water. That could be any water. Just in that general.
What's your final take there, buddy?
I was like, well, this is kind of like a conspiracy theory.
Okay.
But, I've done some research on it, and I honestly believe the moon landing was fake.
Oh.
Fake.
Really?
How in the fuck, for starters? How in 1969 were we be able to film this and stream it all around the world? We didn't have that technology back then, especially on the moon. millions and millions of miles away from Earth. And also, there's no wind up there on the moon. So how is the flag going? How is the flag blowing in the wind? There's no fucking wind. Fake.
I haven't.
Sorry, Neil.
I know it's kind of split 50-50 on the moon. A lot of people are just like, it's obviously real. It's America. A lot of people are like, there's no fucking way. I think I lean more towards not real.
I don't think it is.
But, like, I mean, if it was real, I wouldn't be surprised. It'd be like, oh, it's America.
Sorry, Neil. You're a poser.
It's America. Fuck you. That's how it feels. Like, that's how it feels. It's like, but there also is the conspiracy, not even a bar. Like, we were just trying to, like, show that we had that kind of technology.
Yeah, it was during the Cold War there.
Trying to show up the Soviets.
With old Russia.
We were trying to show up the Soviets.
Very similar to today.
Technology. I think we definitely, obviously, can now and stuff. Like,
I mean, for sure, but
I don't know exactly when.
But
also, we haven't gone back.
Yeah,
we haven't gone back.
If we did it back then, surely we can do it now.
Did we just figure everything out that day? Like,
no,
there's shit on the moon that we need to see. I don't know. I'm kind of in between. I've seen. I guess when you learn in school about conspiracies, that's like the one you learn about.
Yeah.
So I think I lean towards not real as well.
Well, now the scientific aspect of it, I didn't even know there was no wind on the moon. I mean, I didn't think there was, but like I just never like. Well, like who researched that?
Like a movie actually.
Is there fucking wind on the moon?
And
then I looked it up because I've seen TikToks saying like, "How is the wind flying back and forth?" or "How is the flag doing that?" And it's scientifically impossible for dude. There's no wind.
No wind on the moon, but maybe there's something different. Like maybe it's something.
I don't know. Bullshit.
I don't know. I don't disagree though. I don't necessarily disagree.
Neil's a fucking poser.
Those are our two unrelated, unsports-related hot takes / ideas. We're going to do that every week. I think it was a nice little change of pace. 5 NBA takeaways.
Ooh, back to the NBA.
Starting with the NBA, and then we have another NBA topic.
All right, 5.
I have 5 NBA takeaways. Number 1, Luka's defense is holding back the Dallas Mavericks.
Shit, it's terrible.
And I remember in the playoffs, he was playing like hard, and like everybody was like, he's waving off.
He's waving off fucking double teams.
He was like, everybody was kind of saying Luka's playing really good defense. It's atrocious right now.
It started to show in the finals.
It's effort. They were targeting him in the finals, and then you see this season. There's so many clips of him like just lapses on defense, where he's not even like attentive to what's happening.
One was in the clutch versus the Jazz.
No, he's not.
One
even,
literally lost in the game.
He's not even aware of what's going on. He's not even close to the MVP conversation right now, which is like weird for Luka. You think he'd be in?
Well, they're having a terrible year.
And
terrible start.
It's just like it's at some point, and Kyrie's no fucking amazing defender. Clay coming off major surgeries isn't no amazing defender. Like they don't have the necessarily greatest wing defenders or guard defenders in general. Like PJ Washington.
Oh, they're 7-7, so it's kind of.
PJ Washington can play some defense, and Derek Lively's a good rim guy, but like defense, and they were good defensively last year, which is weird. It's really weird. I don't know how. And I don't really know. It's one of those teams that's like they shouldn't be what they are, well coached. But yeah, Luka has been holding back the Mavericks on defense.
I don't hate that.
100%.
My first one is De'Aaron Fox. Have yourself a weekend, young man.
Oh yeah,
60.
I forgot.
60 points in one game, and they've lost. Crazy. And then he had 49 points the next game.
Sabonis might be. I think Sabonis is a little injured right now.
Still, I mean, he should have had 50 because he missed 5 free throws.
Yep.
But, like, wow. Just, prime Harden over here. Sure. I mean, holy shit.
Let's say don't do it against Lakers. He usually has good games against Lakers, not so far this year.
Well, usually any dominant guards do good against us because, we have old dumbass D'Lo.
The West is so competitive right now that they're 7-7-2 or something like that, and they're just not in the race right now. My second one, this may be a hot take.
Ooh,
I don't know.
Let's hear it.
I don't know. I'd rather have LaMelo, Cade, and Trey over Tyrese Halliburton.
The way he's playing, I was a Tyrese Halliburton guy last year.
I think they're clearly better.
I liked him a lot.
Like, Halliburton's a good playmaker. He has a dumbass shot form.
And he is not. He's shooting atrocious this season.
He is not he's not a crazy good defender. I know Trey is bad at defense, and LaMelo has effort issues, but LaMelo's a significantly more talented scorer. I think Cade's the best of the group. Take that one. I'll take that one. Cade's fucking good, man. He's the best well-rounded for sure. Good defender, can play make, can get rebounds, can score with the best of them. Not as clutch as you'd like so far this season.
He's not the clutchest player.
Had some lapses.
He's got to add that to his game
for sure. But like, there's everybody else here has like an issue. LaMelo is probably the closest to Cade in my opinion, but Cade's a way better defender than LaMelo. LaMelo's a bad defender, and it's an effort thing, damn near. Trigga,
all three of those guys are in.
Trigga's a terrible defender.
Yeah, like, Trey and LaMelo are not good defenders.
Then Hallie's a decent defender. Like
I think he's a good size for a point guard.
League average point guard defender. But he can't really. He's got a dumbass shot form that really like significantly holds back his.
And he's not taking good shots. He's taking way too many threes. I know he was in a 3-point contest last year. I still to this day don't know how.
He's got that dumbass shot form. It just looks bad, and it doesn't. It's just not for me.
And I feel like he's taking threes that are just way too deep. It's like every 3-pointer he's taking, it's 30 plus. How about we
especially in this area?
Take a step in.
We live in Indiana. People are really high on Ty Halliburton because he's done so much for them in the last year. But I think he's like clearly worse than all these guys because
he's having
Trigga can score on any
slump to this season.
Trigga can give you 30 any night, and also 13 assists. Like Halliburton at this rate right now is not going to give you 30, and if he does, it's a very inefficient 30. Cade's had triple doubles and like he's got like almost as many as Ron. He's had a lot of triple doubles this season, and LaMelo's averaging 30 points a game right now, which is kind of crazy. LaMelo could be. I was going to put on here LaMelo might win Most Improved Player, but like, is he in the race for that even? Because he averaged like 24, 25.
At Most Improved, you'd have to go from like a...
Maxey kind of did something like that too, though.
Well, I think Maxey like wasn't really like looked as like
he was
a star or whatever.
Low 20s and then came up to 30.
Yeah, or maybe I think he might not even average 20. Maybe he did, but he might have went from like 18 to 30, which is like that's a big improvement. Yeah. But like LaMelo's like already known he's a good player, and like he's already.
I think he's very good. I think his injuries have been annoying. He's fine.
He's like almost like
good group.
Almost like Curry, like ankle issues all the time. Like
LaMelo,
he's always rolling his ankle.
LaMelo, Brandon Miller, Terrence Mann's pretty good. Mark Williams is a good
Miles Bridges
defender.
Regardless of his shenanigans off the court,
he's a good player. Especially he's a good four. And they even have some decent rotational pieces. They aren't bad. Like I could see them. I was going to also put on here. Hornets might be a playoff contender. Like seriously,
especially in the East.
Like I am expecting the Bucks and Sixers to make playoffs. The
East isn't anything special.
But like I'm not. I wouldn't be afraid. I wouldn't be surprised if like they were a serious competitor.
At least a top 10.
Playing team. Like I don't think they're significantly worse than the Pistons, and the Pistons are easily a playoff team right now. So that's my take.
My take is kind of beating a little dead horse here, but the Cavs are still undefeated. Yeah. They still have not lost a basketball game.
Play Celtics tonight.
That's one of my other takes I have.
It could be their first loss. Could not be. They already beat the Celtics this year once. So
they sure did. They beat the Celtics. I think they're starting to experience some injuries. The Cavs. I think Darius Garland got hurt, and Max Strus obviously still hurt.
I think Donovan missed a game already too.
He missed a couple games, but he played in their last game, so I think he's fine. A little in-season tournament action.
No, that's like one of the best starts ever. 15-0, it's up there.
Lakers second. Always also play tonight.
Is it second ever? 15-0. Behind the Warriors, 21-0. I think they were.
I think something like that.
Something like that. They're tied for. They're one of the best starts ever in a season.
That's crazy.
And I think it's just testament to those being healthy. I really do. My next one, and it's for what we were expecting from this player. Zion is a bust.
I don't like that at all.
He was supposed to be like LeBron. And
he was hyped up as LeBron.
He can't shoot. He's undersized. He's 6'6". That's undersized for what he's doing. He doesn't play. He's fat and he's unhealthy. He's always hurt. He's a really good defender when he's playing. And I also think Zion and Giannis are what people mean when they say LeBron has no bag. Like LeBron is significantly better offensive player than them two.
They both just drive into the basket. I think Zion has better touch at the rim than Giannis because Zion is 6'6", and he makes some crazy layups. Giannis, he's just 7 foot tall, dude, so he literally can just finger roll every time.
Fucking Zion goes in, spin, touch the score. That's what he does.
Pascal Siakam.
He's a little spin merchant, and he's looking DJ Burns if he was athletic. That's Zion. I think he's a bust because he was drafted number 1 overall, unanimous, not even close.
He missed half his rookie season.
Best off the get-go. Him and Wemby have been like the number 1 prospects like since LeBron, honestly. And
LeBron's number 1.
Like, he's been bad. He doesn't play basketball. The Pelicans, I mean,
The Pelicans are injured right now.
even at their best, like, they're not beating any of these teams in the West. Like, I can't see it. Even DeJounte, B.I., Zion, and CJ McCollum. And who's their center? Is it fucking Steven Adams?
No, he's on the Rockets.
Where the fuck is... Who's the
Jonas went to the Wizards. Who the fuck is their center? Zion the center?
It might be Zion.
Healthy?
It might be Zion.
That's crazy.
I hope is it injured? No, it's fucking Yves, Missy, or Tice. Like, it's one of them.
Jeez, Pete, yeah.
But they're healthy. They're a good team, but they almost have too much because they have CJ, they have Brandon.
Well, I think they have a lot of guys that need the ball in their hands.
They have those three: Zion, Brandon, Bi, DeJounte Murray. And then they still have Herb Jones, Trey Murphy. Players who can like actually contribute, but they just
those guys they're really good defenders.
You can't all play at once. And Trey Murphy can shoot from like anywhere. Like, he's big, 6'10", 3-point shooter. If it was more of, I think the Pelicans in general have done a poor job of building around Zion.
Well,
and Zion's not as good as we thought. So, like, bust.
I don't hate that at all.
He's not like a bust in terms of like Anthony Bennett or anything, but like for what he was expected to be, he's been a bust for sure.
You were expected one of the best players. You were probably expected to be the best player in basketball at this point.
Yeah, you're 5 years deep.
You're 2019 draft class. You were.
Jaw's significantly better.
You were supposed to take the mantle.
Jaw's like a leader on his team. Like, Zion's not a leader on his team.
Is Jaw a leader?
I mean, leaders in terms of when he's there, they're winning games.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Zion is like, he's hardly there, and they're still. Brandon Ingram's clearly the best player on that team right now, in my opinion. Like, clearly, he's a way better scorer. They have no team, like, they don't have a fucking leader at all. Is it CJ? Like, McCollum? Like,
is it
B.I. looks
the
like
veteran?
Brandon Ingram's high every fucking game. Like, he's over here mellowed out as fuck.
Yeah,
Zion's fat, and he doesn't play basketball. DeJounte's hurt, and he just got there.
It's a group of individuals, not a team.
And, like, CJ McCollum's, like, probably the best leader.
Just because they just played the longest?
He's, like, old. Like, he's not good anymore. And Herb Jones is an all-defensive first team.
He was.
So, like,
the only center to not make it.
Him and DeJounte next to each other, they probably should move CJ and B.I. They probably should.
There's a lot of rumors about moving B.I.
B.I. was supposed to get moved last year. CJ needs to go. He's just, there's too many mouths to feed. Way too many mouths.
And it was a hell of a leader, old spark plug.
That's my pick. Zion is bust.
Don't hate that at all. My next one. The Celtics are just breezing by teams they should be stomping. I've been looking at this. Jason Tatum. Well, the Pistons will start the season. They just beat the Raptors in double overtime, and Jason Tatum hit a buzzer beater. I was arguing with Celtics fans for a day about it, seeing how Tatum's clutch all of a sudden.
I was a big fan of Tatum a couple years ago, too. I was defending him, but the two finals runs, and then, like, this, like, he's his character.
They just, like, they told me about how he was clutch in regular season games. I'm like, that does not make you a clutch basketball player. Because you hit a buzzer beater against the fucking Raptors.
In this double overtime. And don't forget his first attempt.
Yeah.
Don't forget the first attempt. Wide open free throw jumper.
And then I said...
But air ball.
And then I commented, I was like, okay, well, tell me something he did in the playoffs. And they're like, the buzzer beater against the Nets. I'm like, you mean the fucking layup? If he didn't make that, then what was the take there? It's a fucking layup.
He's such a. I think he's still averaging 30 this year. Like,
he's a great player.
He's just hard to defend.
And I hate hating on him, but it's just like
he gets the Olympics.
He didn't play in the fucking Olympics.
You got he gets memed because he's trying to be everything that he's not, and like
he reenacts every fucking NBA player.
Like, it's just this guy can't get to break, man. He's one of the most hated players in the NBA.
And I start off that comment. I'm like, I'm usually not one for Tatum hate, but. Let's calm down.
We have been actively defending these Tatum.
Let's calm down because the TikTok is from How's the Highlights saying Tatum just ended the Tatum isn't clutch debate. I'm like, one shot? And all of a sudden this guy, he's just ice in the vein? No, man. Come on. Anyways, back to my take. They barely beat the Bucks, which I know the Bucks should step it up, but right now they're playing like dog shit. They barely beat the Nets. They lost to the Hawks. I mean, the Hawks have been better than, advertised, I guess, but the Hawks, they're still not a good basketball team, in my opinion. And it's just, I know you don't have Porzingis, but you still have the deepest roster in the league, especially in terms of starting five.
Yeah, for sure. And they only got better. They didn't lose anybody.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they kept their whole core.
Porzingis barely played last year, so like.
I know he didn't play in the finals. Basically,
what are we doing? Porzingis screwed my bet that fucking one game he had where he had like 20 in the first half. Shout out Porzingis.
Hey man, he was making up for lost time.
Piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
I don't disagree that they're definitely not blowing out teams like they should.
I mean, it's the start of the season, so I'm gonna,
Pistons damn near should have beat them. I mean, Pistons have a closer on the team. We win that game. They just don't really have that. My next take, and it's kind of like, I think Zubac is the most improved player favorite right now. He's had a hell of a year. Ivica Zubac, former Laker
and
legend.
Norman Powell. The Clippers are having some guys step up there.
This just kind of went down because of the last couple of games because he had an 8-point performance and 6-point performance. But he's at 15, 12.4, good efficiency. He was at like damn near 20 before these last couple of games. It's kind of collapsed down a cliff. He's averaging a block a game, and there's not a crazy amount of players in the like I can think of for this award right now. I think and they're competing in games. Like they're not as bad as we thought they'd be.
Might be his fellow teammate or Norman Powell.
They're not as bad.
Norman Powell's averaging 23 points a game.
Sure.
Fuck. I know he's playing better than usual, but fuck. Yeah, I have seen a lot of people liking old Zoop there.
I like Zubac. I think he's a good. He's always been a good rebounder. He's big enough so that it doesn't matter about his defense. Like he can block shots. And if we're talking about like defensive, like he's not a bad defender. He's just like a defender.
His size. I mean, he's not going to be a terrible defender.
Honestly,
he's going to have a hard time against like the good centers.
He's been good for years. He's just been like the fourth, fifth option.
He's just been consistent.
He's been good he's been averaging 10 plus for 4 years now, and it's on like little to no field goals attempted like a game. And he's been averaging a double-double for a couple years at this point. And with the Clippers down Kawhi, losing Paul George, and then James Harden's clearly not the same. Even by himself, he's not done.
Yeah, he's not. I mean, he's like
him and Norm have been fucking.
In terms of the stat sheet, he's dominating because he's having some rebounds and some assists, but like he's shooting inefficient even when he's scoring well. He had fucking 12 points last night against the Warriors.
Like, and especially when he was a couple years ago, like the best player in basketball. It's other than LeBron James, clearly.
Other than LeBron James.
I mean, come on.
He was showing historic like scoring stats and like.
And honestly, Zubac was almost at 20 points a game. Other than he's like recently, like, he must have fucking really started. Yeah, he's had a couple like single-digit scoring games.
Well, as short as the season is, like a 2 back-to-back games, 6 and 8, like that's gonna tank your stats pretty heavily.
Yeah. And he had 22 in there. Good rebounder. He's one of the best rebounders in basketball. Like one of them. And he's Laker legend Zubac. Just throw that in there.
Was traded.
Zubac
oh my gosh, he was traded for Reggie Bullock.
Zubac and Timothy Mozgov, 2 Laker legends.
Timothy Mozgov had 93 points in one game.
I always think of them together because they were like, I want to say they played together.
I think they did. After the 2015 offseason,
like it was the D'Lo. It was the D'Lo years, man.
Mozgov got like a huge contract for no fucking reason. Because LeBron.
Lakers 2016, 2017. Kobe's swan song. It was Timothy Mozgov.
I've seen a lot of. Oh, God. Oh, Kobe's better than LeBron. It's not even close. No. Whatever. That's a topic for another day.
What a dynamic duo, Zubac and Mozgov.
That's one hell of a front court there.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, he's my top candidate.
I hate that. He's been balling out. My next one is, so far, the Knicks-Wolves trade is looking like a win-win.
Yeah. We were a little critical on Julius.
Julius Randle is playing some basketball. He's averaging, I looked it up today, 21, I think it's almost 22, on like great efficiency. He's shooting like 40% from 3. Mm-hmm. Crazy. And like he's like 52%.
He's
hit a game winner the other day.
With this Timberwolves Knicks trade, we're not going to see who wins the trade until the playoffs. We're just not.
I agree.
We're not going to see who wins the trade until the playoffs. These guys are regular season demons. Like the take that Julius sucks is because he's terrible in the playoffs. Same thing with Cat, terrible in the playoffs. And then it was just like maybe it won't age well if Naj Reid never really gets a chance. But I love me some fucking Naj Reid.
You do like him.
If we're gonna if Julius is gonna be good, like move him to the 3 and let Naz play.
And the thing is, with Cat, He's playing better than the Jesus of New York, old Jalen Brunson.
Cat might be the best player on the Knicks right now.
He is 27 points a game on 50% from three.
Did he have like a 60 fucking game, 50 or 60 game?
46. Still, he's balling out. He's shooting damn near 50% from
Brunson's
three.
dad got elevated and like there's drama about him going up in the ladder and
God, that's the reason why I went to New York.
Because
his daddy's there.
I don't disagree. Jalen Brunson, what are you doing right now?
He's averaging 24 points a game.
I'll admit, in terms of efficiency,
not efficient.
47% from the field,
35% from three.
Yeah, I mean, and he's not. I mean, it's almost like empty stats last year. Who was gonna fucking score for that team? 20. He's not a bad player. 24 is no slouch, but like, I think Cat.
He's not one of the best players in basketball.
Cat might be a better all around player than Jalen Brunson. I don't know. Maybe he's definitely a better offensive player in my opinion.
He's more of a bag.
And Jalen Brunson's small, can't defend. Cat's not a good defender at all either, but like, at least he's tall.
He can defend somewhat.
Yeah,
because of
he's not a cone. My last take, and this has nothing to do with the Lakers, but it kind of does. JJ Redick will be a great head coach wherever he's at. It's the little things.
He understands basketball.
Not wanting to talk to the media at fucking during little interms and like little small stops.
Are you talking about his ESPN thing?
That too, and then,
I think that was kind of he's joking about that.
I'm in general. He's done that multiple times where he's been like, I don't want to talk to you right now. And then like the interviews where he's like up front, like he seems very focused on basketball. He knows basketball.
He's an intelligent mind. Like it was shown on the podcast. Like he knew what he was talking about. He knew this and that. He just knew how to draw up plays. And old dumbass Darv just didn't know that.
And you see him, he's coaching on the sideline. He's actively really trying to be like an influential player.
And he's passionate and he shows emotion. Like he gets
wants
pissed
to
off.
Be there. Even if he doesn't, even if he's not a Laker coach forever or whatever, maybe when LeBron goes,
he's holding people accountable. Like D'Lo, the first game against the Grizzlies, the whole J Huff masterclass. After that dumbass shot D'Lo took,
Max Christie,
come over here, buddy.
Go sit on the bench for 3 games. Comes out and he plays his best game, and he acknowledges. He said something about professionalism, and like the whole thing with
little reward system.
Any press conference you see him in, any interview you see him in, he's talking about knowledge of the game, not just hey, you had a good game, Darv. Like shut the fuck up.
The first game is like what got it for me. Like the whole the fully pumped up basketballs. Why are we playing with brand new basketballs?
He's locked in. Like he seems like he's very attentive to what's going on as a coach, and the attention to detail is through the fucking roof. And I think regardless of where he is, he'll be in coaching talks for like till he's done. Like he'll never not be a coach. And the idea that he wasn't ready, I understood because he's never coached before.
Yeah.
And like it was
he's never had any coaching experience.
It was a little weird, but like I see now why some like you could excuse that.
And he's also like for a young head coach, he brought in a great staff. Scott Brooks, former head coach. Nate McMillan, former head coach. I think there's somebody else I'm forgetting.
Fuck. We're both fucking doing it. There's another guy, for sure.
There's like 3 former head coaches on this coaching staff.
What is this? McMillan, Scott Brooks, Stockton Harding. Yeah.
Is that it?
Harding, who becomes the first woman assistant Lakers team history, joins the Purple and Gold following 1 season as head coach for the Stockton Kings.
Oh.
She was the G League coach that was like actually.
Oh, I remember that. Okay.
She was good. Like the Kings were like one of the best teams in G League.
Sure.
Anyway, moral of the story is he brought in a good supporting cast. And
he brought in people that like can help out in certain situations that he hasn't been in before.
I think
help out with situational basketball.
Obviously, Max Christie and Gabe shouldn't be playing, but like as much as they were in the beginning of the season, but they started losing minutes, which is something you like to see. We saw Cam get in the starting lineup.
And also, just like there's certain games that I can point back to, like the first game against the Suns, we were down 20-something. Darv's throwing in the towel and saying, fuck it, we're losing this game. The start against the Spurs, the in-season tournament game, we started down like 15 points in the first quarter. Back then, that's just chalk it up. We're just going to lose this game. JJ Redick gets us back in within the first quarter.
He's managing LeBron's minutes specifically very well. Like LeBron's not coming out of the game when we need him. He's coming out of the game when he's allowed to. Like when we can manage him coming out of the game. When a role player catches fire, maybe take LeBron out for a second, let him get a breather. Let Dalton Connect go score 27. Let Austin Reeves pop off. Let AD control what's going on. When LeBron doesn't have to be the one to pass the guy that's getting the fucking 27 points a game.
And just his plays they draw up in general. They're just genius. And they're just working.
A lot.
And I love it. I love we're just running plays.
And I really think that he'll be a great coach for a long time.
Love it too. Last one. LeBron may not have the sexy stats, but when the game is on the line, there's no other player I feel more comfortable than being in number 23's hands.
I couldn't agree more.
Back-to-back games. It's just, we need a bucket. Come on, GOAT. Come carry us.
He is the best player in basketball.
I agree,
Okay,
man.
hold on. He is the clutchest player in basketball. I think he's the smartest player in basketball. He's not going to score 30 points a game. He's just not at this point in his career. He's especially in AD's number one option.
He's not shooting the most he's shot in his career.
And there's the narrative that AD's number one option because he's a better player. AD's number one option because LeBron allows him to. That needs to be said. AD is the number one option because LeBron has allowed it. That's a fact. If LeBron wanted to be the number one option, he would be the number one option. Like, what are we doing? And LeBron is smart for allowing it.
He allows it because Daddy allows it.
That's smart for LeBron to allow AD. They've been trying to do this for years, where they're saying AD's number one option, and then we're not getting AD in good situations, and then it's fucking
AD's
LeBron.
number one option. LeBron is third in the league in assists.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good fucking season. Let me tell you that much. 9-4, sitting at third in the West.
Play the Jazz tonight.
That's hopefully gonna be a win. But I think this team could seriously make some noise. And it wouldn't have to be some playing shit this year. It's not going to have to be some miraculous comeback at the deadline. It's going to be we're going to be competitive all year. That's what I'm excited.
I really hope so.
I'm going to quickly check the phone, make sure we have no blimps, and then we're going to get into our next segment. Return to the king. Last segment for NBA before we get into trivia. Ranking the last 10 NBA Finals MVPs.
So from Iguodala to Jaylen Brown.
Yeah. So from
time frame.
The 2015 championship, the Warriors won because the Cavs were hurt, and then
asterisk.
The current champion Boston Celtics.
Before we get into it, I'm just going to say that there was not many that are impressive. There's maybe, I'm going to say 3 or 4 that really meant something to me.
I tried to not look at the stats in terms of to pick my picks. I tried to put myself in that time frame at the time and how good the players are playing.
I did both.
But I think we're probably going to say number 1. Number 10.
Oh, surely.
And number 1. But the last one for me was Iguodala.
Mine is also Iguodala.
Because he shouldn't have won it.
He's the worst Finals MVP because he shouldn't have won it. The reason why he won it's fucking dumb. He won it because he was guarding LeBron and held him to slight inefficiency. But LeBron averaged a 36-point triple-double. This award, honestly, LeBron should have had a Jerry West moment there and should have won the MVP even though he lost.
Yeah, he should have won it.
And Curry should have won it too.
Or they should have gave it to Draymond or something, or in Curry. Something. It just shouldn't have been to Andre Iguodala for holding LeBron to 35 and 10. 35, 8, and 8.
Come on, man.
Because he had slightly inefficient shooting in terms of his 50%.
Because he fucking had to shoot it because his second best player was Matthew Dellavedova.
No, not even much to talk about. He's definitely last in the last 10 years, probably last ever. Since
I think the only person that has a chance is old cornbread Maxwell.
What the fuck's that?
He was a role player that won the championship Larry Bird's rookie year. That's a big knock on Larry Bird's career.
Really?
And also another thing, Iguodala. Everybody else on this list is at least a star. Iguodala was a fucking role player. He was a good role player.
He had his days in Philly where he was seen as an upcoming star, but when he was on the Warriors specifically,
he was a role player.
He was a role player, even if fucking Max Kellerman.
Oh, Iguodala.
He's kind of a meme a little bit too.
That's why
I think it was almost like Kawhi's in 2014.
It was literally the year before you.
Yeah, the year before. 2 years in a row, we had 2 Finals MVPs given out for holding LeBron to 35 points.
That's why he's the GOAT.
I mean, come on.
That's why.
We might. Even
LeBron is so fucking generous. He's handing out Finals MVPs. I mean, come on.
We could have the same number 9 here too.
Surely we do.
It's Jaylen Brown.
Yes.
Terrible efficiency. Shouldn't have won it. No, that's all I got.
All I have is efficiency right here. 44% from the field, and I want you to guess his 3-point percentage in this finals. I want you to guess it.
I think in the last game he shot terrible, and Tatum had his best game. I want to say it's in the 20s. Let me go with 21%.
23%. 23% from 3. Jaylen Brown, who's actually a pretty good 3-point shooter. Not bad.
Tatum shot worse from the field.
They should have went from Tatum or to Drew Holiday. That's who it should have been.
I'm still on team Drew Holiday, but
Drew Holiday?
Drew Holiday. What did I say?
Is it true?
Drew Holiday should have won.
Drew should have won.
Should have went to Drew, and then it should have went to Tatum. Brown was the third option. Like ridiculous.
And the thing is, it's not like he was guarding Luka or like primarily. They kind of all were taking turns guarding Luka.
And the best part, the reason that I thought Tatum should have went over him was
Tatum played better.
He was knocked last finals for not handling double teams correctly and not making the correct passes. But then this finals, he damn near averages 10 assists, and he's fucking diming. He's making good decisions.
Well, the thing is just like, to me, honestly, I don't even know if there should even been a finals MVP because it was just a team effort here. The Celtics, they had all just contributed. Like the Denver defense there. Nobody's just killing it. I mean, I think Drew, because he guarded Kyrie, and Kyrie had a very shit finals. I think that contributed to a lot. And Jaylen and Tatum, they were kind of just, they're just there scoring 20 points a game. They weren't doing anything special, unfortunately, for Tatum. And then he's the cover athlete after, not winning finals MVP.
I just, it was a good win for them.
I was genuinely surprised when I heard Jaylen Brown win the finals MVP. I thought for sure, especially because I think Tatum had actually a pretty good game.
I had a feeling it would be some fuckery. Tatum in the closeout had 31, 8, and 11.
I thought for sure he was going to win on that. I don't know.
It was close going into that game, and then he has a very good final game. I thought it should have went to Tatum. I genuinely think it should have went to Drew. This would have been a justified Iguodala-ass ring, like in the Iguodala final MVP, like because no one really stood out. But the Warriors had some standouts still.
Curry averaged 27 points at finals.
He played good enough.
It wasn't the most efficient shooting, because I looked it up, but still.
I think that's clearly too. Clearly the 9th worst.
Oh, 100%.
We could even have the same ring.
Please.
Is it Fat Boy?
Yes.
It's the Fat Boy.
Yes.
Nikola Jokic.
Fuck you, Jokic. Fuck you.
It was a fucking free ring, man. And the fact
he averaged 30 and 14. Sure, that's good. But against, you can argue that's the worst team to reach the finals.
It's pretty bad. And they won a game. That was kind of why he was a little lower. They won a game. They weren't the same team from the bubble.
I think that team was 10 times worse than
they were way worse than the bubble. Fucking Gabe Vincent was like the story of that playoff run.
Do you know how good this team was? We were one vote away from Caleb Martin edging his name in NBA history as the Larry Bird Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Yeah. We were, if one motherfucker changed their mind, then old spark plug.
I think
holy shit.
A lot of these rings or a lot of these finals MVPs were so much better. Obviously, Jokic didn't play bad. It was like for what
he played good, and it was his first ring, so I gave it some validity.
Played good first ring. It was just unfortunate against a terrible team, like a team that definitely should not have been there. If he would have done it against Boston, sure.
This would be up a little higher.
Miami Heat, when the best player in the series is fucking Gabe Vincent, like it's just not going to.
Bam, I think Bam played bad.
And they won a game.
Too. Yeah,
what a fuck! They got a game. I mean, it's just sad.
This finals was shitty. I didn't watch a single second of it.
I didn't either.
Primarily because they just sweat Lakers, and I pledged to not.
I didn't want to
watch Fatty Boy.
Even if it was Boston, I might have watched it, but just. You knew who was going to win before you even
That's what I'm saying, man. It's just
clear
like
victory.
It's like watching a movie when you know the ending. It's just like, why watch it? All
right, who do you have at 7?
I have Kevin Durant's 2018 Finals MVP.
I have LeBron 2020.
Ooh, I have that one a little higher for me.
LeBron played great, but in my opinion, if I'm going to hold Jokic down to a standard because he played a bad team, the Heat were a bad team.
They were, but Jimmy Butler pulled out some stops. Tyler Hero played good. Great.
I think
they had some guys play good.
It's not really a knock to LeBron. It's just I wanted to keep myself consistent in my logic, and I think the Lakers were clearly the better team. He played very well, but they were expected to win. He played good and he won. And that to me, that's not. That's why he's 8. And some of these guys, some of these ones above, higher than him, I think are very like detrimental to why they won.
Okay.
So,
well, I have Kevin Durant's 2018 because the Cavs were worse than the year before due to the Kyrie Irving trade.
Yeah.
So it was literally LeBron and Jeff Green, Kyle Korver, Tristan Thompson. The fact that poster actually exists, it's fucking crazy. And he didn't play as well as he did the year prior. And it's kind of like the Jokic ring. We all knew who was going to win.
yeah. I have him a little higher, not crazy higher, but a little higher. But yeah, I just think LeBron's was obviously great, but they were supposed to win and they won, and it was just.
I have LeBron.
He didn't do the usual LeBron crazy stat sheet either. Like he had a good stat sheet, but it wasn't like the 35 game fucking LeBron.
He had help.
And he had
Mine's a little higher than that, but I'll have my reasons why.
My next one is Curry.
2022?
2022 Curry.
Ooh, okay.
I have it a little lower than I think.
We might have a different list, a way different list.
I think it was very important for Curry's career.
That's a big thing for me too. And he played well.
I just think Boston wasn't very good. They were super young.
They weren't good, but he balled out.
And he played well, and I think it was almost like they thought he was going to win. He won. I think it was good for Curry, but I just think the Celtics weren't very good. They were too young. They were a young team.
They were too. I mean, yeah, they were, but Curry balled out. It was actually insane. My 6, and I've been saying this for years, I am not a big fan of this ring. That's Kawhi Leonard's. I think it should honestly have a fucking asterisk next to it. The whole Warriors got hurt, man. They got hurt. And sure, you averaged 28 points, but you weren't very efficient. You shot 43% from the field and 35% from 3. And you also had a lot of help. Fred VanVleet stepped up. Pascal Siakam stepped up. And this whole team was hurt. And sure, this has a lot of validity due to the fact it was Toronto's first ring. So there you go. But other than that, that's the highest you're getting from me. I don't like that ring for Kawhi. I don't think it did anything. I guess did something to his legacy. Led the team to the finals, whatever. But a lot of people are high on this ring, say it's one of the best ever. No. I'm not on that train.
Mine, I have KD 18 ahead of the Curry one. Strictly because I think if Kevin Durant wasn't playing there, they'd lose. They'd probably lose to LeBron.
They would have, yeah.
More of a tribute to LeBron than to KD. But he played very good, and if he wasn't there, they'd lose. And I really think that, he's one of the best players ever. Probably number 2 in terms of talent. I think he's the second best player ever in terms of talent.
Fuck you, Michael.
He's the best scorer of all time. He's 7 foot.
Yeah, defend. I don't know any weaknesses he has in his game. Just don't.
He's clutch. He made fucking shot after shot in the series. It was just like they were favored to win clearly, but I think the move for KD was obviously frowned upon, piece of shit move, KD. But if they don't get KD, they don't win 2 championships.
They don't, yeah.
Good move, Warriors organization. So I have it at 18. And he had 20. I think it was 26,
28
in 2018. Yeah, fucking damn near 30 a game.
Research.
30 a game with Curry and Clay next to you. It's pretty impressive.
Well,
and he played the GOAT.
He did play the GOAT. Speaking of KD, I have KD's first ring, 2017, number 5. Now, this is the same thing, but KD played a lot better. He averaged 35 in this finals.
Yeah.
And the game 3, the iconic shot over LeBron, that shot, he was clutch in this series. That game 3 is really what sealed it for me. And it's KD's first ring, so that adds the validity to it, even though we all knew he was going to win. And the Cavs team was better due to the fact they had Kyrie Irving.
I have Kawhi at 4. I think it was the Raptors still suck dick. Even if the Warriors were hurt, the Raptors were a bad team. They had. Siakam,
they were bad, but I think
Siakam wasn't good yet. Siakam was still kind of he was mid. He was. I think he had just. Was he most improved player?
That was that year, yeah.
And then Kyle Lowry he sucks dick. He was not good at that point in his career. He was fine. And even the whole playoff run in general, Kawhi was clutch, beating good teams.
Oh, the playoff run, yes, but the finals.
And the way he played in the finals, he played good in the finals. And they were down KD and Clay. But I think Curry's Warriors, without KD and Clay, versus the Raptors, fully healthy, probably is still a better team. Like, genuinely. Because they still had Draymond. They were just down Curry. They were down Clay and KD. The only reason I think it's seen as a little frowned upon is because it's so ridiculous. They had that many good players on a team that it was like, to be down those guys, it seemed drastic, but like it wasn't that. They still had 2 all-star caliber players playing basketball. Whereas the Raptors, I think, had 1. I don't think Siakam was an all-star caliber. He might have made an all-star team. He wasn't that good. And Kawhi also was just his defense was immaculate. Raps and 6, iconic Raps and 6. Like I have it for.
Draymond's
And that was a huge legacy game, in my opinion, for Kawhi. If he doesn't win that, and then he goes to imagine he lost, sign with Clippers, and then everything has just continued to pan out the way it has.
Yeah, I don't know. It's to me,
a little more stock in it than you do.
I'm not a big fan of that ring. Number 4, I have LeBron's bubble championship, and here's why. It was the Miami Heat. You know, was it the Warriors or the Spurs they played? No, but let's think of the conditions here. We're in the bubble. No home court advantage, which fucked over the Lakers. Because they were the 1 seed in the West. They were the 1 seed that had a home court advantage throughout the whole entire playoffs. And they were in the bubble. And so many NBA players have came out and said that isolation fucked them up. And it was not very healthy. And I know a lot of people say, well, it's bullshit, it's fake. Well, the players that say that were first-round exits and was a 2-day vacation.
Steven Adams.
Steven has no family.
Really got invited.
Yeah, like, come on, man. So that's why, and he averaged a fucking triple-double damn near in those finals. And a game he lost, he had 40 against Jimmy Butler going toe-to-toe, and Jimmy Butler actually had a great finals, unlike the one we played against Jokic.
Yeah. I think that's the difference between the Heat then and then against Jokic is Jimmy Butler was significantly better. You could make a genuine argument the best player in that series might have been Gabe Vincent. Like, dead ass.
Yeah, and we fell for it.
Gabe Vincent's playoff run was honestly saved his career. He probably would be out of the fucking league right now if he wasn't.
He'd be playing with Bronny in the G League.
And then you got even like I think Tyler Hero missed some time in that finals too against the Nuggets. I want to say he had a hand injury, right?
Oh yeah, he did.
Like, he didn't even play.
I think he did it against Boston. Maybe. I don't know.
And I think Bam was low key cooking Jokic's ass too, like middies.
Who doesn't?
Bam, we're back. No cut. We're just back, bitch. Slight intermission. Down to our top 10 NBA Finals MVPs in the last 10 years. My last one was Kawhi, 4. You got 3.
Mine was LeBron.
Your third?
Oh no, my third was Steph Curry from 2022.
Okay.
I know the
Curry's
Celtics
mine.
weren't the greatest, but this was Curry's first Finals MVP, and I think it's like, I mean, obviously Curry's legacy was cemented, but like I think this helps Curry's legacy like big time. I think this is when people started talking to him as better than Magic.
Sure, yeah.
Which I'm not on that train. But a lot for old Curry's legacy there.
31, 6, and 5 on great efficiency. They got out of there in 6 games.
Sure did. We're down 2-1, won 3 straight.
My 3 is going to be KD in 2017.
Fair.
Amazing. I mean, I think both these teams, 2017 and 2018, lose to LeBron if KD's not there. Draymond says that on the podcast all the time that they needed KD to beat LeBron. They were mentally rattled. Like he said this. He said that they couldn't have beat LeBron without KD, which is valid. Big shot over LeBron. Great defense, but it's a great shot. Great shot. It hits the shot. And this was like, you could make an argument that he was the best player in the NBA. I don't think he was, LeBron, but like you can make the argument at this point because he was coming off the Thunder days, first year in Golden State, and he was just fucking amazing. They were one of the best teams in the league all year, and it wasn't like he came in and like his numbers dropped down. Like he came in and was still averaging damn near 30 a game, and then in the finals averaged 35. So like, hell of a game, hell of a series for old Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant, what the fuck?
It sounds like we're on top 2, the same.
Yeah.
Giannis.
Giannis.
Yeah, what a finals! Great finals.
It was a great finals. Coming off of a knee injury from the round prior,
down 2-0.
He like rushed it, come back.
They were down 2-0 and lost
4. 50 burger. close it out.
Down 2-0, okay, won the last 4.
That was their first ring in 50 years.
And the closeout game was not a huge 50-point game. Not the most talented Bucks team. I mean, we're talking Chris Middleton, Giannis, Brook Lopez.
Drew, I think, was on that team, too.
Drew on that team. Drew's just a dog point guard anywhere he is, but in terms of offensive output, nothing crazy offensively. Chris Middleton had a pretty good series, too. But they were down 2-0 to D-Book and Chris Paul. They were like the talk of the season.
Fraudulent sons.
They were the talk of the whole season. They were the number 1 team the whole season. And then they get to the playoffs. They're up 2-0. Looks like he's going to be CP3's first ring. Giannis said, hell no. Nah. Hell no. Nah. Giannis.
Chris Paul said he was addicted to playing in the finals. Glad to see he's sober.
He did lose. And then, 2016 LeBron.
Was there ever a doubt?
The greatest finals in NBA history. Comes back down 3-1, averages 35, 8 and 8?
Games 5 and 6, he had 41 points. In Game 7, a 27-point triple-double. And not the most iconic defensive play, the most iconic play. And blocked by James!
Blocked by James. Kyrie hit the big shot.
It's just a joygasm.
LeBron kept him in that game.
And then the free throw to seal it.
We go, Cleveland, this is for you.
After almost fucking putting Draymond on a poster, imagine he dunked that.
I hate the narrative that the 3-1 comeback was expected because come on,
it was not.
What do you mean?
No, it wasn't.
Because I see something like the Cavs.
The Warriors were 73-9.
The Cavs were still the favorite. No, they fucking weren't, man. They were favorite because LeBron. They weren't the favorite because they were the better team. They're the favorite because LeBron James was a Cav. They're down 3-1 to the greatest regular season team in NBA history.
73-9.
Depoy Draymond, unanimous MVP.
Yeah, unanimous MVP Curry.
Fucking Clay was Splash Brothers, second best three-point shooter of all time. They had plenty of defensive
Harrison
players.
Barnes, Andre Iguodala,
They had
Sean Livingston.
Sean Livingston was a free throw demon.
What a great fucking sport.
It was just a good team all around. They were seen as this juggernaut.
And they added fucking KD the next season.
Lost to him the year prior because Kyrie and Caleb got hurt, and they come back down 3-1. Iconic shit. And the way he played was just phenomenal. Kyrie played very good.
It was an honor to watch it.
Honestly, a shame Kyrie had to play with LeBron James in terms of his finals moments because he could have won it easily if LeBron James wasn't as good as he was. Hell of a series with Kyrie too. But those are our top 10, or ranking the last 10 MVPs. 1 to 10. Similar-ish. Almost kind of like you had Curry a little higher than I did. I had Kawhi a little higher than you did. LeBron's 2020 is a little higher than yours and mine.
Yeah, there's an argument could have been second, just based on the player alone.
I wouldn't hate it. Honestly, LeBron should be on 3 of these because he should have won it over Iguodala in a losing effort.
Yeah. Old Jerry West action. Old your wizard guy.
Just saying. But we have trivia. 3 trivias, and then we're out of here. Longer episode. It's a good episode, so regardless. Trivia. We got every NBA top 10 draft pick since 2010. So this is 14 years. Or I guess it's going to be 15 because it's 2010 draft too. 2010. The 250 names. I think we'll be good towards towards more of our prime. But some of these early 2010s, we might have to struggle. But we'll do our best here. Here we go. Let's fucking kick it off. Let's get going. I think we'll know the big ones in the beginning, but some of these names I got nothing for. 2010 Kentucky point guard drafted by the Wizards.
John Wall.
Old Jonathan Wall. Ohio State shooting guard drafted to Philly. Number 2 overall in 2010.
No.
Philly would have been taking
Evan Turner.
Yeah, that's it. That's it all day. Georgia Tech power forward drafted by the New Jersey Nets. The Jameson? No,
not Antoine Jameson.
He was early 2000. Is it drafted from Georgia Tech? Favors? Was he drafted then? It is Derek Favors. Wow.
Derek Favors.
Genuinely surprised. Syracuse small forward drafted by Minnesota. 2010. Timberwolves. Kevin Martin? maybe?
Was he drafted by the Timberwolves?
I don't remember. Skip. Kentucky center from Sacramento.
Boogie.
Cousins. Baylor center from Golden State.
No.
Is that Zelly? No. It's not Looney, is it? No. Baylor center from Golden State. To Golden State. Is it a foreigner?
He's from Baylor.
I know, but like, is it a foreigner from Baylor? Is it Ed Davis? Oh, no, but okay, I get Davis for something else. Baylor, I don't know. Georgetown center to the Pistons, 2010.
It's your boy.
It's going to be
Is that Drummond?
Greg Monroe.
Oh, fuck.
Drummond went to UConn. Wake Forest small forward to the Clippers. Fuck. Clippers 2010. Wake
Wasn't
Forest.
Blake played at Oklahoma.
He went first overall too. He'll be on here.
Clippers weren't very good back then.
Clippers.
Has to be a bust.
I'm trying to think of.
Is it like that? The weird name, like the Luke Almonte or whatever. I don't think it is.
Mbamute?
Something like that, man. It's like a weird name.
That's it. That's crazy cool. I don't know how to spell that.
Let me try to look it up.
I don't hate that though. That sounds kind of right.
Yeah, it's like L something.
Is it MBAH?
Basketball player.
No.
Mute.
Mute. How do you spell it?
I'm trying to look it up.
Jesus.
I don't know how to fucking spell his name.
Butler, small forward to the Jazz.
It's gotta be Gordon.
Well, Gordon Hayward, Butler alum. Fresno State, small forward to Indiana.
Kawhi Leonard. No, that's Paul
Danny
George.
Granger?
No, they both got drafted by the Pacers.
I know, but like
Kawhi Leonard was San Diego State.
was
Fresno State would have
Paul
been Paul George.
Fresno State?
He was 2010 draft class.
I didn't know he went to Fresno State. It surprised me. I was gonna say Danny Granger. He must have been in the late 2000s. But now we're to 2011. How do you spell Bob Mute? You got it yet?
No, I don't. I don't know how to spell it. I don't.
Luke Mbamute. Okay. Mbamute. It's not Luke Mbamute. So, all right. So we'll skip. Duke point guard to Cleveland. Kyrie Irving. Arizona power forward to Minnesota. Power forward to Minnesota
2011?
2011.
Is that Kevin Love? No.
No, Kevin Love went to UCLA.
Yep, you're right.
Arizona power forward, Minnesota.
Number 2 overall pick.
I feel like I know his name. Turkey center to the Jazz. Oh, is that? No. Texas power forward to Cleveland. Who went with?
Wait, is that Tristan Thompson? That's Tristan Thompson.
Was he drafted as power forward?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that
I'm not gonna lie, I only know that because of a recent trivia I saw on TikTok.
Lithuania center from Toronto. Is that Bargnani? Was he drafted? Wasn't he drafted by the Knicks? Bargnani. Barg. He's definitely on here, so like, I know I'm not spelling it right.
Andre Bargnani.
Unless he was drafted before 2010. Fuck. A lot of foreigners in this draft class. Czech Republic, power forward to the Wizards.
What?
He went to the Czech Republic.
My internet's not loading.
Andrea Bargnani.
It's not loading. There it is.
Spell it.
BAR.
Yeah.
GN.
GN.
ANI.
What's been before 2010? Sucks. Power forward Arizona. Is that going to be from Minnesota? Who got drafted in Minnesota? I have no idea. I'm going to be pissed, though. Lithuania center to the Raptors. Is that Valanciunas?
Oh, that could be, yeah.
Fucking, how do you spell it?
Damn it.
Valanciunas. I need that. We got a lot of foreigners here. I need that Google search. Valsectomy.
VAL.
ENC, right?
VALANCO.
ANC.
IUNES.
There he is, Jonas Valanciunas. Czech Republic power forward. Then went to Washington Wizards. Wizards draft pick from 2010s. I'm thinking my way.
No, it's not him.
Dominican Republic of Congo center to the Kings. Is that? No. Kentucky point guard to the Pistons. The Brandon Knight? It was.
You went to Kentucky?
Yeah. Connecticut point
I was
guard.
going to guess one of the fucking Harrison brothers.
UConn point guard to the Hornets.
Kimball Walker.
Kimball Walker. And then BYU point guard to Milwaukee.
Brandon Jennings?
Went to BYU?
I don't know.
No. I think he went to Illinois or something. BYU point guard Milwaukee. Is that going to be like...
No, it's not him. It was before that time.
I'm just going to assume he's white. Kill me. I'm sorry. What BYU? BYU point guard, white
Zach
guy?
Wilson.
You think a white guy? We'll come back. Anthony Davis, number 1 overall in 2012. Number 2 overall to Kentucky, small forward, is going to be Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
Good pull.
Big bust. Florida shooting guard to the Wizards. Bradley Beal. Cleveland shooting guard out of Syracuse. 2012. Is that Dion Waiters?
Oh, yeah.
Kansas power forward to the Kings.
Oh, Kansas. That one's
Kansas
gettable.
power forward to the Kings. Who played with a Boogie back then? In his early days.
Pretty good.
Kansas power forward to the Kings. That's too early. That's too early. Weber State point guard. Dame. Damian Lillard. North Carolina small forward to Golden State. Harrison Bonds. Remember the fucking 2K? Like, what's the old owner's name? Old owner of the NBA?
Oh, David Stern.
David Stern. Harrison Bonds in 2K. So that's fucking...
R.I.P.
Washington shooting guard to Toronto. DeRozan. Right?
DeMar.
No.
It's not.
Nope. DeRozan? Nope. Well, that changes things. Like Damari Carroll or something? Is it Washington shooting guard? Connecticut center, Drummond.
There he is.
From the Pistons. And then Duke shooting guard to the Hornets.
In
New Orleans
2012.
Duke shooting guard.
Duke.
Got nothing. UNLV power
Jordan
forward.
couldn't draft for shit. So.
UNLV power forward, number 1 overall. Old Anthony Bennett in 2013.
What's UNLV? And he was the number 1 overall.
He had a good playoffs.
No shit. He's playing fucking Appalachian State.
He had a very good March Madness.
Oh, well. Didn't try
Indiana shoot guard, number 2 overall. Oladipo. Georgetown small forward to the Wizards.
I think it's Otto Porter.
Yeah, that's right. Good shit. Indiana shooting guard, Indiana center to the Hornets.
Cody Zeller.
Nice. Maryland center to Phoenix. Kentucky took a center. Pelicans took a center from Kentucky too. Fuck. Phoenix center might be out of Maryland.
Is that Aaron Baines?
I don't think he was a first round pick. Shit. Michigan point guard to Minnesota. That's Trey Burke. Yeah. Lehigh shooting guard to Portland. That's CJ. That's kind of iconic, actually. McCollum. Got it. Georgia shooting guard to the Pistons. Who the Pistons taking those days?
2013?
2013 Pistons shooting guard from Georgia. Got nothing right now. Kansas shooting guard from Sacramento. That's Ben McLemore. For sure. Kentucky center to Pelicans. to play with AD? Like, what the fuck? I got nothing. I'm gonna see it and know who he is though. Probably a lot of these guys we're gonna see and be like, oh.
Well, there could be trades too.
Maryland center. Nothing. Kansas shooting guard, number 1 overall to Cleveland. Andrew Wiggins.
Was traded.
Duke's
Was supposed to be next to LeBron.
Duke small forward, Milwaukee. That is Jabari Parker.
Oh my gosh. Old Jabari.
Kansas center to Philly.
What could have been? Joel Embiid.
Embiid. I typed in Okafor. Still is on the list, but time frames. Arizona power forward to the Magic.
Aaron Gordon.
Gordon, Australia point guard to the Jazz. That's going to be old Dante Exum. Big old bust. Oklahoma State point guard to Boston. Shit.
Point guard?
Point guard to Boston from Oklahoma State.
He was on point guard.
2014. I don't know. Kentucky power forward to the Lakers. Julius? Sure is. Michigan shooting guard to the Kings. That's going to be Nick Stauskas.
So helpful.
That is the Michigan kid. Indiana power forward to the Hornets.
Indiana.
Thomas Bryant? No. Fucking Hornet. Indiana power forward. Who would that be?
Jordan couldn't draft for shit.
Louisiana Lafayette point guard to Philly. That's got to be MC Dub, right? Oh, Derek Williams was the power forward of Minnesota. I got that one.
I've never heard of him live.
I got Carter somewhere, too. That's cool. I need Carter Williams.
No, he's both for that.
Carter Williams?
Yeah.
What?
Because I remember his first game was against the new look Miami Heat. LeBron's Heat.
Oh. Is he not he's a lottery pick for sure. He must not have been a top 10. Point guard to Philly from that era. Is that Tony Roten?
Who the fuck is that?
He's a Philly point guard for a little bit. The Indiana power forward to Charlotte feels gettable. I don't know. Kentucky center to Minnesota.
Hoosier.
That's going to be Towns.
I'm not that good with colleges.
Ohio State point guard to the Lakers.
D'Lo.
So I'm trying to read them out loud. Knicks power forward from Latvia.
Tingus Pingus?
Sure is. Croatia shooting guard Orlando. This one is a pull. Low key.
Wait, hold on. Say it again.
Croatia shooting guard to the Magic.
I don't got it.
Career highlight blocking LeBron. May have the same name as a video game character. Mario Hezonja.
Oh.
Career highlight blocks LeBron. He did.
I guess. Whatever.
Nick Legend. Kentucky power forward to the Kings.
A lot of Kentucky power forward.
Cats, man. Dominican Republic of Congo point guard to Denver. That's Moutier.
Emmanuel Moutier.
The power forward to the Kings.
He's probably still playing it. Just
Arizona small forward to the Pistons. Is that Winslow? Oh, not Winslow. Fucking. Oh my God.
That's it. Winslow.
Stanley Johnson.
Oh,
Yes.
Laker legend.
Just Winslow is on the list though. He went to Duke.
The Heat.
He's the Miami Heat pick 10. Wisconsin power forward Charlotte's Kaminsky.
Frank Kaminsky. Oh my God.
Kentucky power forward for the Kings. I got nothing. Kings made some bad draft picks, man. Holy shit.
Wait, was it? No, he'd be considered center.
Who?
Willie Cauley-Stein.
Is it Josh Jackson? I think he was. Yeah, he was after that. He was 2017. So like, that's not it. 2016 LSU power forward, number 1 overall.
Ben Simmons.
Benjamin Simmons. Duke small forward to the Lakers. Is that considered Tatum?
Was he drafted by the
Oh no,
Lakers?
it's fucking Brandon Ingram, dumbass.
I was about to say.
I know they traded the
I didn't
pick,
know
so.
Duke. I didn't know if Brandon Ingram went to Duke or not. So that's why I kind of hesitated.
California shooting guard, Boston, Jalen Brown. Croatia power forward to Phoenix. That's going to be Dragon Bender, right? Fuck. Providence point guard. Providence point guard, Minnesota. I just remember Chris Dunn. I remember this draft class. Oklahoma shooting guard to the Pelicans. Is that Buddy Hield? Yeah, it's Buddy Hield.
Yeah, he went to Oklahoma. Need to get drafted by Pellies.
Kentucky shooting guard to Denver. Is that going to be just
Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray counted as a shooting guard? Yeah. Washington power forward to the Kings.
Kings took a lot of power
Fucking
forwards.
a lot of bad power forward picks from the Kings.
Fuck. No wonder why they kept drafting. They
I think one of these is
couldn't get it right.
Scal Labissiere, but I don't know how to spell his name. Australia power forward to the Milwaukee Bucks. Is that Thon Maker?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Old Sonny boy.
Utah center to Toronto. That's Siakam? No. Didn't know if it counted center. Utah center to Toronto. Washington power forward to Sacramento. How many fucking power forwards did the Kings take?
Well, they were never good.
Holy
so
fuck.
Keep sniping.
Ridiculous amount. They took a fucking forward next year. Josh Jackson. Oh, that's Phoenix, actually.
Lol.
That's right. Phoenix took Josh Jackson. Why did I think Josh Jackson? He was a king, but... Anyways, Washington point guard to Philly, number 1 overall.
Markelle Fultz.
UCLA point guard to the Lakers.
Oh, Lonzo,
and then it's Tatum. Josh Jackson. De'Aaron Fox was the Kentucky point guard. Florida State small forward to go to Orlando.
Florida State small forward.
Florida State. Orlando. Who did they take in that draft?
Is that Isaac?
Yeah. Nice pull. Good pull, Connor. Arizona power forward to Minnesota.
Every fucking Arizona forward go to Minnesota.
Dude, there's a lot of Arizona
Holy
players.
Shit.
A lot of Arizona and a lot of Washington. France point guard to the Knicks. That's
Nila
Kina.
I just got on my Jazz rebuild. Man,
Nila Kina.
Franklin DeCino, how do you say his name?
I don't know how to spell it. Nila Kina.
All right.
I know it's NT.
NTILIKINA. He's only 26 to this day.
What is it? I fucked up.
NTILIKINA.
Yeah. IK. Okay. NC State point guard to Dallas. I told Dennis Smith Jr.
What draft pick?
Gonzaga center to Kings.
Ben's going fucking crazy right now. Holy shit.
Dude.
Motherfucker.
I know this Gonzaga
I got the college football 25 theme song. Just playing through here.
We're
going to get copyrighted.
8% computer right now. Gonzaga center. That feels gettable. I'm picturing David Stern saying Gonzaga.
I'm pretty sure that was silver at that time.
The fucking Kings.
This was 2017 now? Yeah, I think it was silver by then.
Kings, Gonzaga center.
This was the Kings center. Was it?
Is it? Arizona center to Phoenix 2018. That's DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton. Duke power forward to the Kings.
Marvin
Bagley. Yeah. Slovenia point guard to the Hawks.
That's Luka.
It's going to be Luka Doncic because they traded the pick.
And then Trigger Trey,
Jaren Jackson. Texas center to Orlando. Mohamed. Wendell Carter. Alabama point guard to Cleveland.
Colin Sexton.
Oh, Colin Sexton. Kentucky small forward to the Knicks. That's Kevin Knox. Villanova small forward for the sweep.
Fortnite.
Nova small forward to Philly for the sweep of 2018.
Hold on. To Philly.
Philly Nova small forward. Bitch. Philly's really gonna do this with us. Trying to think. I got nothing for Villanova small forward. Fuck. All right, 2019 Duke power forward Pelicans.
Zion Vinjaw.
Williamson.
Yeah, I think it was
Morant.
RJ. Then Cam.
Yep, RJ Barrett. Cam went last to the Hawks. He was the 10th pick. Virginia small forward to the Lakers.
DeAndre Hunter.
Yep. And then he got traded on draft night, right?
Yeah.
Vanderbilt point guards give me Garland.
Oh, Darius.
Texas Tech. That's fucking Jarrett Culver.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Jarrett Culver. And he got traded to the Timberwolves. North Carolina point guard to Chicago. That's
Kobe White.
Yeah. Honestly, not a bad pick these days. Texas center to Atlanta Hawks. Is that Okongwu? Onyeka? Or is that too early?
Maybe too early. At least. Maybe it's not. I mean, he's like 24, 25, but he got drafted when he was Onyeka. Oh, come on. You know spell it?
I got Okung as well.
OKONGWU.
ON. Nobody's on the list.
Oh, yeah.
Texas center from Atlanta to Atlanta. Gonzaga point power forward to the Wizards.
Oh, Denny Avia? Did he play for Gonzaga?
Nobody's on the list. He's foreign. Power forward Gonzaga. Is that going to be?
That's Kispert, I think.
Could be Kispert. Was he power forward? No, he's not on the list. Might be on a list. Maybe not. Fuck. Texas center Atlanta.
2019.
Who got drafted after Trigger Trey?
Not good.
Did John Collins just considered a center? No, but Zach Collins is the Gonzaga center to King.
That's crazy.
It's huge. Texas center Atlanta. I'm thinking the only Texas center I can think of is Mo Bamba. Nothing. Gonzaga power forward to the Wizards.
Oh, it's Rui.
Yeah. Yep. Hachi. I was thinking white guy. That's on me. I'm profiling.
Don't fucking profile.
Georgia shooting guard to the Timberwolves.
Ant.
Memphis center to the Warriors.
James Wiseman.
Auburn small forward to the Cavs. Is that Okoro or something?
Isaac Okoro, yeah, it is. You're
we got Onyeka. France point guard is going to be Killian Hayes to the Pistons.
Oh,
Dayton power forward to the Pistons.
Obi Toppin.
He didn't get drafted from the Pistons. He got traded maybe. But if we cleared 2020, let's see it. Oklahoma State point guard to the Pistons. Cade Cunningham. G League Ignite shooting guard to the Houston
Jalen Green.
UCF's power forward to Cleveland. Or UCF, USC.
Evan Mobley.
And then we got Scotty Barnes. Gonzaga point guard to Orlando is going to be Suggs.
Game winner.
Australia point guard to the Thunder is going to be
Josh Giddey.
Yep, that's right. Giddey.
G
League Ignite small forward to the Warriors is going to be Kuminga. Michigan small forward to the Magic. It's going to be Franz. Baylor point guard to the Kings.
Is that going to be Davion Mitchell?
Yeah, it's going to be Davion. And then we got Zaire Williams, which I probably wouldn't have got. So, let's see.
Fair.
Duke power forward to Orlando in 2022 is going to be Paolo Banchero. Gonzaga power forward, Chet Holmgren.
I'd probably be considered forward.
We got Jabari, Keegan Murray. Purdue point guard is going to be Jaden Ivey. Arizona shooting guard to the Pacers.
Benedict Mathurin.
Quick cut. Computer died, so we are back.
Shaden Sharp.
We got Shaden Sharp, Dyson Daniels 2022, Jeremy Sohan, Johnny Davis.
Johnny, I would not have gotten.
We got it through Anthony Davis.
Oh,
so
good shit.
And then we got Wemby, Brandon Miller, Scoot, the Thompson twins from the Tristan Thompson.
Oh, yeah.
Anthony Black, Bilal Coulibaly, Jarris Walker. And we're down to UCF power forward to the Jazz. Which, is that going to be Taylor Hendricks?
Oh. I think it is, actually.
Yeah. Kentucky point guard to Dallas. Jaden Hardy? No. He's a second draft pick. Kentucky point guard to Dallas?
Josh Green? I don't feel confident in that one.
No, I think he's Australian. Is he not on Dallas no more?
Wait, hold on.
2023.
Point guard to the Mavericks.
From Kentucky.
From Kentucky? This was 2 years ago.
Cason Wallace turned Thunder? It is. Bullshit.
Bitch.
Thunder. And then this year, Risache.
Oh, gosh.
France center.
Alex Sarr.
Kentucky shooting guard, Rockets, Reed Shepard. What are they doing this year? I haven't heard any of their names. I think Risache actually had a 30-point game.
I think he's actually not playing bad. Reed Shepard, I heard he's not playing enough.
Stephon Castle. I think it's just Bill Castle, actually. Yeah, he's actually pretty good. Then we get Ron Holland at the Pistons. It's France small forward from Charlotte, or to Charlotte is going to be that the guy that wasn't Dalton Connect. What was his name, dude?
I don't remember.
Oh my god, he was another French guy. Because there's
My
three.
name is James. I'd like to join you.
There was three French. It's like Taj, Tees, or something like that.
He hasn't done shit this year. I haven't heard anything about him.
Connecticut center to Portland.
Donovan Clingan.
Klingen. Kentucky point guard to the Spurs. It's gonna be Dillingham turned Timberwolves, and then Memphis took Zach Edey. France small forward power. It's TJ. Fuck. He wasn't Dalton Connect. Remember, I was like, that is not Dalton Connect. Dalton Connect is a white guy.
I do remember that. Yep.
It was like TJ something.
You were really emphatic about that.
All right, we're at 129, 150. Last call. Baylor center in 2010 to Golden State. I got nothing. I tried the ones I knew. Is Kevon Looney? No. Ezeli? Maybe Pachulia?
No.
I got nothing.
As long as I was drafting like fucking 05.
Is it? Maybe it's Kevin Lee? No, he's too
That's
early.
David Lee, I think.
David Lee. Kevin Lee's a UFC fighter. Wake Forest small forward to the Clippers.
No.
Turkey center to the Jazz. Is that Gobert? No, he's drafted second round, I'm pretty sure. Czech Republic power forward to the Washington Wizards. Nothing. Dominican Republic of Congo center to the Kings. Some shitter. Kansas power forward to the Kings.
Yeah,
2012.
this whole power forward carousel
There was a fucking power
for these
forward
Kings,
carousel.
man.
Just couldn't figure it out.
I'm not going to get any single one of them.
Washington shooting guard to Toronto feels gettable. Is that Norman Powell? No. Is it Corey Joseph? No. I feel like we should know that, but
But Terrence Ross.
Terrence Ross! Last second pull. Good shit. Good shit. Duke, it was one of those like random fucking wings that was on there. Duke shooting guard to the Hornets. Is that a Harrison twin? No. Is that... Nothing. I got nothing. Maryland center.
What year was that?
2012.
I was thinking Malik Monk, but no way.
No, he might be on the list somewhere though. Maryland center from Phoenix. I got another Maryland center to Phoenix. Kentucky center to the Pelicans. Next to AD, like what?
Yeah, I got traded or something.
Georgia shooting guard to the Pistons. I got nothing. Their Pistons were so bad.
There's nobody I'm thinking of.
Oklahoma State point guard to Boston. Oh, that's Marcus Smart. Yeah.
Oh.
He went to Oklahoma State. Indiana power forward. The worst part is the positions aren't correct either. Power forward from the Hoosiers to the Hornets.
Is that Frank Kaminsky?
He didn't go to IU.
Are you sure?
He went to Wisconsin.
Maybe.
He lost to.
Nibs.
We got Kaminsky for 20 something else too. I think it's 2015.
I don't know.
Hornet. I feel like from Indiana it should be gettable. Louisiana Lafayette point guard to the Sixers.
None of those come to mind.
Sixers guard from the process draft. I got maybe one name. No. Nothing. Power forward from Kentucky to the Kings in 2015.
I'm not going to guess any of these power forwards.
Which is the Towns draft. If that helps.
Nothing's coming to mind.
I'll know the names, but I just got nothing right now. Washington power forward to the Kings. Another one. Another fucking one. Utah center. Arizona power forward to Minnesota.
What Arizona forwards?
Arizona and Villanova small forward to Philly.
How do they not winning national championships? They're over here producing
Nova
NBA players.
small forward to Philly to clear the 2018 draft. Who's drafted for Kevin Knox? Nothing. We did pretty good in the 2020s. You've missed one, and it's France small forward. It's Taj. It's like TJ or Taj or something like that. So we honestly got all four. So as we gave up. Ooh. Okay, the Baylor center for Golden State was Ekpe Udoh. I'm okay with that. The Clipper from Wake Forest was Al Farouk Aminu.
I knew it was a weird name like that.
I didn't think he got drafted by them. Ennis Cantor was the Turkey center.
Sure.
Bismarck Biombo was the center to the Kings and the Dominican Republic. Czech Republic was John Vesely. No chance. The point guard from BYU was Jimmer.
Jimmer Fredette?
Who's drafted by Kings?
Guess not.
Is it draft day trade? I guess we fucked that up. Oh my god, the power forward from Kansas in 2012 was Thomas Robinson. I remember the Thomas Robinson. The Duke shooting guard was Austin Rivers.
Austin Rivers.
The center from Maryland to Phoenix was Alex Len.
Yeah.
Nerlens Noel for the Kentucky center to the Pelicans.
Oh my gosh. I had Nerlens Noel in my mind. I just
don't think of him
I
as
was thinking
Pelicans.
76ers for some reason.
Ooh, the Georgia shooting guard was KCP. It's a Piston. Shouldn't know that. Indiana power forward. Oh my gosh. Indiana power forward was Noah Vonleh. And then Elfrid Payton for the Philly point guard.
Yeah.
Willie Cauley-Stein for the power forward.
I did say Willie Cauley-Stein.
He's a center.
I did say that.
He's a center. Marquise Chris. Sure. Jakob Poeltl was the center to the Raptors.
Poeltl.
Oh, man. Fuck.
What?
The power forward. I'll get there. Power forward from Arizona to Minnesota was Lowry Markkanen. I just didn't even think about it with that. Small forward to Villanova from Philly was McCall Bridges.
Oh.
And then it was to John Saloon was the France guy we missed. Not bad. Honestly, should have done better. I think we could have got closer to 140. But that's not bad at all. That'll do it. Episode 20.
It's a little longer.
A little longer. You're going to see the snippets, though. So
it's all right.
Watch it. Check out the fucking link tree.
Worked hard on it.
Worked hard on that link tree. Stay tuned to the TikToks. I'm going to be posting a lot more snippets of the podcast on TikTok so that people actually tune in to the actual podcast.
Yeah.
Road to 30 subs.
Road to 30K.
If you do watch this whole thing, you are like, this actual's true. Just saying. And we're out.
If you watch the whole thing, you might get invited on the podcast.
PFE Empire.
Not promising anything.
Out.